I know she said it's alright, but you gon' make it up next time. I know she knows it's not right. There ain't no use in lying. Maybe she thinks I know something. Maybe she thinks it's fine. Or maybe she knows something I don't. I'm so tired. I'm so tired of trying. It seems to me that maybe it pretty much always means no. So don't tell me, you might just let it go. And oftentimes we're lazy. It seems to stand in my way. 'Cause no one, not no one likes to be let down. I know she loves the sunrise, no longer sees it with her sleeping eyes. And I know that when she said she's gonna try, well, it might not work because of other ties. And I know she usually has some other ties. And I wouldn't wanna break them, I wouldn't wanna break them. Maybe she'll help me to untie this, but until then, well, I'm gonna have to lie to her. It seems to me that maybe it pretty much always means no. So don't tell me, you might just let it go. And oftentimes we're lazy. It seems to stand in my way. 'Cause no one, not no one likes to be let down. It seems to me that maybe it pretty much always means no. So don't tell me, you might just let it go. Harder that you try, baby, the further you'll fall. Even with all the money in the whole wide world. Please, please, please don't pass me. Please, please, please don't pass me. Please, please, please don't pass me by. Everything you know about me now, baby, you're gonna have to change. You're gonna call it by a brand new name. Please, please, please don't drag me. Please, please, please don't drag me. Please, please.
something like a bird within her sing. All I know, she sang a little while and then flew on. Tell me all that you know, I'll show you snow and rain. When you hear that same sweet song again, will you know why? Anyone who sings a tune so sweet is passing by. Laugh in the sunshine, sing, cry in the dark, fly through the night. Don't cry now. Don't you cry. Don't
say that my behavior's unacceptable, so condescending and necessarily critical. I have a tendency of getting very physical, so watch your step, cause if I do, you'll need a miracle. You train me dry, make me wonder why I'm even here. The double vision I was seeing is finally clear. You want to stay, but you know very well I want you gone. Not fit to fucking tread the ground that I'm walking on. When it gets cold outside and you've got nobody to love, you'll understand what I mean when I say there's nowhere we're gonna give up. Like a leader who cries in the face of a monster that lives in a dream. Yeah. Is there anyone out there? Cause it's getting harder and harder to breathe. And is there anyone out there? Cause it's getting harder and harder to breathe. What you were doing was screwing things up inside my head. You should know better, you never listen to what I said. Touching your pillow and riding in the naked sweat, hoping somebody someday will do you like I did. But when it gets cold outside and you've got nobody to love, you'll understand what I mean when I say there's nowhere we're gonna give up. Like a leader who cries in the face of a monster that lives in a dream. Yeah. Is there anyone out there? Cause it's getting harder and harder to breathe. And is there anyone out there? Cause it's getting harder and harder to breathe. Does it kill? Does it burn? Is it painful to learn that it's me who has all the control? Does it thrill? Does it sting when you feel what I bring and you wish that you had me to hold? When it gets cold outside and you've got nobody to love, you'll understand what I mean when I say there's nowhere we're gonna give up. Like a leader who cries in the face of a monster that lives in a dream. Yeah. Is there anyone out there? Cause it's getting harder and harder to breathe. And is there anyone out there? Cause it's getting harder and harder to breathe. Is there anyone out there? Cause it's getting harder and harder to breathe. And is there anyone out there? Cause it's getting harder and harder to breathe.
Are you ready for some Potters baseball? Potters baseball brought to you by Stones Broadcast Networks. And now for the play-by-play, here is Mark the Phantom Lowe.
Well, good evening, everybody. Welcome to a Wine and Wiener Wednesday out of McBean Stadium in lovely Lincoln, California. I am Mark the Phantom Lowe. That is Evan the Big E on the control board. That was the voice of the great Stones McCoy that you heard. Luke Statwalker is also up here. Willie Preston on the PA. Mad Max over there doing something. And I think JPL is on the track man today. So we got the whole crew here for the second PEL game of the season. This one against the Humboldt Crabs. The Potters will throw Andrew Ballantyne out on the mound as they dropped last night's affair 3-2 in a very well-played game. Potters out-hit the Crabs 10-5, but the Crabs took advantage of a couple of Potters' miscues to put up 2 runs in the fifth inning, and they got incredible relief pitching from Evan Miranda and then the save from Adam Enhart, and they put the Potters down with 16 strikeouts for the Humboldt Crabs pitchers, and Andrew Ballantyne, the left-hander, is on the mound. He has been good this summer, 11 innings pitched, 6 hits, 2 runs, 18 strikeouts, and 6 walks. So he'll be out here trying to stem the tide and bring the Potters even in this series against the PEL leader, the Humboldt Crabs, who are now 1-0 on the season. Crabs will start off the first inning with Tyler Howard, the right fielder, then Colton Boardman, the second baseman, Ryan Vandenbrink, the first baseman. After that is the Ethan Johnson sails the throw down to second base, about 8 feet over the head of Cash Brennan. Adam Enhart is the DH today. Damian Cassis is in center batting fifth. Jimmy Mullen, the third baseman, hit 6. Eli Burnham is behind the plate. Joe Fagan at shortstop, and Daniel Osborne, the left fielder. Ben Lukens on the mound out of Lassen College for the Humboldt Crabs. They'll send up Tyler Howard, who was 1 for 3 yesterday with a huge RBI in that fifth inning. Excuse me, in the second inning, the first run for the Crabs. And he hits out sharply out to shortstop. Brennan goes to his left, across the diamond, 1 pitch and 1 out for Andrew Ballantyne. Cash Brennan at shortstop. Over at third today, Luke Euler. Second base is Carson Moore. At first, Brady Dobson. Behind the plate is the left-handed hitting Ethan Johnson. And left field, Mays Madsen. Jordy Lopez is in center, and Quincy Malbrough is out in right field. Here's Colton Boardman, 379 coming into the series. He was 0 for 3 in yesterday's affair. Also was hit by a pitch. Fastball from the left-handed Ballantyne at 90. Misses outside, 1-0. Beautiful night for a ball game. All kinds of stuff happening out here at the ballpark. Just like yesterday when it was Taco Tuesday. That is in there for a strike. Today it is Wine and Wiener Wednesday, and the highlight is going to be, I think right after the bottom of the first inning, we will have Evan, the control guy, will come on, and he had the most delectable looking piece of food I'd ever seen in my life. He actually went and got the bacon wrapped hot dog at Fat Cat, and his only job was, you can go get a hot dog, but you're going to have to do a book report on it. So he's going to tell us about it. It was magnificent. That is popped up on the 2-1 pitch. Euler gives chase, and it is out of play over by said Fat Cat. They got the $2 hot dogs today as part of Wine and Wiener Wednesday, and they have the bacon-wrapped hot dog, but it's so much more than that. I'll let Evan tell you about it when the time comes. That's called a linear tease, ladies and gentlemen. Here's the pitch. Swinging a little soft grounder down to first base. Dobson gets a tough hop and waves off the pitcher, and we've got 2 outs here in the top of the first inning, and I think we might have one of the earlier, if Willie follows through on what he said, one of the earlier dueling dogs batters that we've ever had in Ryan Vandenbrink. Yes, he's going to do it. Ryan had a tough night last night, 0 for 4 and 4 strikeouts, and so Willie, who's a tactician if nothing else, said, I need a batter to strike out. Now, we understand that Ryan's probably going to hit 2 bombs today. We know that, but you got to go with what you know, and Vandenbrink is our dueling dogs batter, which means if he strikes out, it'll be half off dueling dogs down the right field line. And as I was just explaining to the guys, if I'm a Potter fan, I'm coming to these midweek games. I'm coming here to eat. Yesterday I had $2 tacos. Today I have $2 hot dogs. That's inside. Tomorrow I have $1 beers and half off general admission. Today, if you brought 2 canned food items, you didn't pay any general admission. You just came into the park. And that went to the Feed Families First. I think that's the name of it. It's the Salt Mine. Gets it here in Lincoln. 2-0 now to Vandenbrink. And he takes a strike. 2-1. Andrew Ballantyne out of Sirius, California, and Bradley University. And he has a 2-ball, 1-strike count on the first baseman. He takes strike 2. They were 2/3 of the way there. And we don't like to feast on misfortune, but we have some thirsty people here. It's kind of warm. People are, the game just started. They're getting thirsty. 2-2. Breaking ball's lined into center field for a base hit. So he came with the off-speed pitch, and Vanderbrink as his first hit of the series, a solid single to center. And with 2 outs, that'll bring up Adam Enyard. Enyard was 1 for 4 last night, scored a run in the second inning. He also got the save in last night's game, batting at .375 with 3 home runs, and he has driven in 14 for the Crabs, who are now 13-0 on the season and 1-0 in PEL play. Well, we knew it, Willie. We knew we were kind of poking the bear there. And Ballantyne came in with that off-speed pitch, and Vandenbrink waited perfectly for it and served it out into center field. So he's over at first base with 2 outs, and Enyard from Sac State and Bakersfield, California, has a 1-ball, no-strike count. Hits it sharply to the left to shortstop. Brennan dives, but he can't get it. It's into center field for a base hit. Ballantyne almost flagged that thing as it went past him. But after 2 outs, we've got 2 hits from the Crabs. They only had 5 hits in last night's game. They made the most of them. They benefited from an inning, the 5th inning, in which the Potters had 3 wild pitches, a balk and a stolen base. And Jaden Shabry came up with a key RBI single in that 5th inning. Here's Damian Cassis. He was 1 for 4 yesterday with a couple of strikeouts. Came into that game at .455, and he lifts it foul over by Fat Cat. He will not. It's far over. Actually, it's closer to Saborsta, Mexico. So Luke Stowalker said, hey, yesterday was Tular Tacos. I'm going to go over there now. Nobody's going to be there because they all got the tacos yesterday. So Luke helped himself to some tacos today, while Evan stayed with the flow and got the hot dog. That's fouled back, so it's quickly 0-2 on Cassis, who's out of Cal State Fullerton. And 2, runners at first and second. 2 outs here in the first. Andrew Ballantyne, the left-hander. 0-2 pitch in the dirt, and a beautiful block by Ethan Johnson, because Vandenbrink was really looking to move on to third base, but he's not going to do it on that one. One ball and 2 strikes. Check swing, did he go? I believe he did, and that's the big strikeout that Ballantyne needs. So 2 hits, 2 runners left. We go to the bottom of the first. It's the Crabs, nothing. Potters coming to bat.
Hey, Potters fans, want to keep restoring and renovating historic McBean Stadium? Now you can become a member of Friends of McBean. Annual membership start at $50. Become a member now at friendsofmcbean.org.
This job is the Esplanade at Turkey Creek phases 4 and 5. Our scope of work for this project is full scope, so we've got all the underground, all the joint trench, and all the top side included with it. We're putting in sewer pipe, manholes. We're not doing services yet. We go through and do all the main line, and then we come back and do all the services after that. I would say this project right here, the one we're working on, is probably about a 2-month project. It's very costly to the developer, so beating the schedule is very important, more important than most projects. It's got a lot of groundwater, so we've got an extensive groundwater pump system in place. It's just cool to be a part of the built environment and know that for the next 100 years that people are going to use and enjoy what we've created here today.
Bottom of inning number 1. Potters will send up Jordy Lopez, Mays Madsen, and Aiden Diome, the first 3 hitters, against Ben Lukens, the right-hander from Lassen College. He is 1-0 on the season, 10 in the 3rd innings pitched, 12 strikeouts, 3 walks, 9 hits, and no runs allowed. So he'll come in here with a 1-0 record against the Potters. And here's Jordy Lopez. Chopper down the first base line. That's I think it's a foul ball. It was close down the first base line. Jordy at 500 with a dozen runs batted in out of Elk Grove, California. Piper the Peacock making his first appearance. Looking sprightly as he's got a birthday coming up on Saturday, Willie said. So you want to get some tickets for that because that is always, pun intended, it's always a party. He's got his mascot buddies who have a very strong bond. They're always showing up, so not known who will be here just yet, but looking forward to that. 0-1 on Jordy. Lukens works from the stretch. That was an 88-mile-an-hour fastball that he threw, and that one is in the dirt. And look out, I think we might have got the umpire. And you don't want to do that. That is not the way to start out. He gives the thumbs up, though. He's an umpire. I would think that umpires who used to be catchers would be the toughest umpires because catchers just shake off everything. But that's not as easy to shake off as, a foul ball off the tip or something of your finger. That's a big chopper again. That's going to probably stay fair right by the bag, and no, that is foul as well. And the Potters got a break there because Vandenbrink was waiting very patiently, I must say, for Ryan. He was waiting and waiting and waiting and kind of tried to frame that as the old catcher he is. Trying to frame that. Is that Mayor Bland over there? I think so. He's got a Chipola shirt on. I think it is. Well, I hope he comes up because I got my Memphis Blues hat on that Mama Bland gave me yesterday. Oh, there she is. Oh, they were brought. Okay. They got the family out here. That's nice. Hey, Mayor, what's up, dude? Come on. What? I thought we were buddies. You don't want to say anything. That's high for a ball. She did say he was coming out. The funniest thing yesterday, I said, I thought you were coming out next month. Oh, I'm coming back. I'm coming back. Don't worry about that. What a bunch of goodies she brought us. Fantastic. Jordy hits it sharply to shortstop. It's Fagan out there across the diamond. Gets him by a half a step at first base. Jamie Mullen at third. That is Joe Fagan at short. Is Colton Boardman at second. And we said Ryan Vandenbrink at first. Eli Burnham is behind the plate. In the outfield, Daniel Osborne, Dominic Cassis, and in right field, Tyler Howard. And the pitcher is Ben Lukens, and he has 1 out. And here's Mays Madsen out of St. George, Utah, and Utah Tech University. He shows bunt and pulls the bat back, and it is 1-0. How do you like that? The mayor sneaking in town, not even letting me know. I thought we were sister cities. The mayors have to check in with each other when they come to town. Meridian and Lincoln. 1-0 to Mays. High again with the fastball, right around 89 for Lukens. That's where Miranda was yesterday, 89. Dorsch, the starter, was up at about 92, 93. Then Miranda came in, Enyard also around 93 when he came in for the close. Madsen takes it right down the middle. It was a iffy close, though, because the game ended with a line drive off the bat of Cash Brennan. And it ended up in the glove of the first baseman, and that was the end of it. That was Jason Arriola last night. Today it's Vandenbrink. Madsen swings and misses. 2-2. Mays were in number 5. He and Cooper Smith changed numbers. Cooper now number 9. So it's his first at bat in the new number. Hit out to shortstop again. Fagan going to have to run up and get that one. Sets himself, throws, gets him by a half a step again. 2 grounders to short and 2 assists for the shortstop. And now it is time for Aiden Diome, who's been one of the more impressive hitters for the Potters, not only last year and this year. 464 And 2 home runs, 11 runs batted in. Aiden was 1 for 3 in a walk yesterday. And he's up here with nobody on and 2 outs in the first. Over the top breaking ball is called a strike. Right on the top of the strike zone there. So it's 0-1 on Aiden, who's out of Roseville, California, headed for University of Arizona. Lukens delivers a fastball. That's a beautiful pitch right there at 89. 0-2. Guillaume followed by Quincy Malbro and then Carson Moore. Cash Brennan in the lineup at shortstop. He's batting 6th today. Dobson, Johnson, and Euler round out the lineup. Guillaume rips it to right field, but right there is Howard, and he'll make the catch for the out. So 3 up, 3 down for the Potters in the first. We'll go to the second. Potters nothing, Crabs nothing.
This organization can't do what it does and can't run the way it runs without the help of so many members volunteering their time.
The success of the Placer County Association of Realtors is largely dependent on our active volunteer members to help our organization and industry. The work of our committees greatly impacts our ability to champion efforts across the board and giving back to the Placer County community wherever we can.
Like all service organizations, I wanted to serve. And getting involved with the affiliate committee was the perfect way to do that.
I love being able to serve my community with my business friends and other leaders and give back to those who are in need.
The thing I love about the PCAR committees is they all work toward the same goal of bringing the community together to support those in need in our surrounding area.
I instantly came to the meeting and had a wonderful time, felt like I was a part of something bigger, and it was just the start of my leadership journey.
Gooseport Public House. We have sports on 10 big screen TVs, 23 beer taps with classics and crafts, a full bar with creative craft mixed drinks, live music, and most importantly, great fresh food. In downtown Roseville off Vernon Street. Only 15 minutes from the ballpark. See ya at Gooseport.
Top of inning number 2. No score. Jamie Mullen is our hitter. And Evan, I told you we were going to do it, so we got to do it, my friend. As we'll wait for the first pitch with Mullen hitting .367. Coming out of Sac State against Andrew Ballantyne. And it is a ball. Now, Evan, we sent you down there. We said, hey, we talk about bacon-wrapped hot dogs all the time. We sent you down to get one. You brought back a thing of beauty. Describe it for us.
Well, it had some heft to it to begin. I mean, it wasn't just like your regular ballpark hot dog where, it's just bun.
Yeah.
And dog.
Yeah,
bun and dog. Instead, it was, it felt like it had some weight to it. Wrapped in bacon.
Yeah.
Obviously, to start.
Yes, of course.
Yeah. Nice and crispy. Perfect the way you like it. They did me good at Fat Cat. And then on top were grilled onions.
Yes, it was amazing.
And bell peppers. And then, to top it all off, a sauce. What's in the sauce? What's in the sauce? I have no idea.
An unknown sauce?
But it was fantastic. It was fantastic. Probably the best money I've spent at this ballpark.
Well, there you go. You heard it from Evan, the Big E, as I think Andrew Ballantyne is going to have to leave with an injury, maybe a blister. So he threw 2 pitches in this inning, 1 pitch in this inning, and he's going to leave, and we're going to have a new pitcher coming in. We'll find out the identity of that new pitcher. He's going to get as much time as he wants to warm up to get ready. So we'll take a break here and come back. And, Evan, thanks for that rundown. I actually want to go down and get myself a bacon-wrapped hot dog right now. So we'll take a short break here. We're in the top of the second inning with no score.
fans want to keep restoring and renovating historic McBean Stadium? Now you can become a member of Friends of McBean. Annual membership start at $50. Become a member now at friendsofmcbean.org.
When it comes to your home's maintenance and repairs, Jeffers Resource Group has you covered. Our handyman services offer a comprehensive range of expertise, from minor carpentry to drywall, electrical and flooring for property managers, landlords, and renters alike. We ensure that every job is completed to the highest standards, so you can have peace of mind. Contact us today to discover how Jeffers Resource Group can help keep your home in top shape.
You are Laborers Rising. And now you understand where we came from, what solidarity means, and what we have ahead of us. No one's going to defend us but us. No one's going to help construction workers except us. And I can't wait to see you out there.
New Potters pitcher is Troy Yeltsin. He comes on for Ballantyne, and like I said, Ballantyne, hopefully nothing serious, maybe a blister. We'll see if we can get some information out of the dugout. Yeltsin is from Rockland and Sierra College. Fourth appearance on the season, 3 innings pitched, 1 hit, 1 run. He has 2 strikeouts and a walk. And he'll fire the fastball at 90 miles an hour to Jamie Mullen, who will take a strike. Jamie will reset out of Sacramento State University, the Hornets. And he checks the swing, and that's in there for a strike. He's followed by Eli Burnham and then Joe Fagan, the 6, 7, and 8 hitters for Humboldt today. They got 2 on in the first inning and did not score. Chopper foul at the plate. Mullen wearing number 20. That's sort of similar looking uniforms, a kind of a red and blue thing for the Crabs. The Potters with the blue and orange, white, blue and orange, white and orange. One ball and 2 strikes. Check swinging that down too low there. Evens the count up at 2-2. Crabs won last night 3-2. Out hit by the Potters 10-5, but they that one is down low. They used 16 strikeouts from 3 different pitchers, with Evan Miranda really shining. 4 2/3 innings, he struck out 10. Gave up 3 hits and a run in that time, and got the win in that game. And you're with the save. High fly ball left field. Shading his eyes, there's Madsen, and that'll be out of play, foul, over by the kids zone. Watch it there. We don't want to get the kids in danger. They didn't even notice. Actually, they did. They're all running after the ball now. Okay, fair enough. So we'll do it again on a full count to Jamie Mullen on a Wine and Wiener Wednesday. And I hope you enjoyed Evan's description of his bacon wrapped dog as much as I did. Chopper down to third on the hop. Luke Euler has it across the diamond, but we have... Let's see if he said it was off the foot, off the, what did we say? That was a pretty big hop for being off his foot. But it is going to be a foul ball, so we'll do it all over again. You don't usually get that true a hop on a ball that comes off somebody's foot, but the ump's right there, and he'll make the call. Although he's being questioned by Eli Garcia right now. Said yesterday, Evan, we had 4 umps. Today, only 3. So they got rid of 1. They downsized already. It's happening all over the country. And I think Eli's argument was probably pretty close to mine as far as the true hop that came on that ball. 3-2 pitch. Grounded foul. That's definitely foul. And we'll do it again at 3-2. Yeltsin at 89 with the fastball. Game 3 of the series tomorrow. Same start time, 6:35. $1 12-ounce drafts. Curtis the Beer Man's pouring those down in the Brick and Barrel Backyard Barbecue. And that's inside off speed. So Yeltsin loses Mullen. And Eli Burnham will be the hitter. Eli out of UC Davis. We're on number 36 tonight. And he is hitting at 444. Played 2 games. So I'm going to guess 4 for 9 in those 2 games. He takes the ball down low. 1-0. Joe Fagan, the shortstop, on deck. Down low again, 2-0. Yeltsin in a very difficult spot, had to come off cold. He got time to warm up, but he still was called on much earlier than I'm sure he planned on, as Ballantyne had to leave after throwing 1 pitch in the 2nd inning. Chopper down to third. That's over the head of the third baseman Euler into left field, a base hit. And staying right there at second base is Mullen. That one bounced up high, got into the sun, and Luke had no chance at it. So it's the 3rd hit of the night for the Crabs. They have runners at first and second, nobody out. And the shortstop, Joe Fagan, out of the University of Portland, will be the hitter. Joe at 292 early on in the season with 3 runs batted in. Batting in the number 8 spot. Let's see how the Crabs want to play this one. Yeltsin to the plate. He bunts it back to Troy. He'll go to first, and the sacrifice is successful. So Fagan does his job, moves the runners to second and third, and Daniel Osborne, the left fielder, will be the hitter, the number 9 hitter, batting at a .361 clip. He's out of Shasta College, so he's one of the Knights of Shasta College. Up here with a chance to put his team on top. There's a little modified infield in there. That is in there for a strike. Or, excuse me, a ball. So Osborne, 1 ball and no strikes. Inside, and that'll hit him. So that will load the bases. With 1 out, Potters now play obviously infield in double play death for Tyler Howard, who grounded to shortstop his first time up, the leadoff man, playing out in right field. So Tyler Howard comes up to the plate as we see a guy taking advantage of these $2 hot dogs. He got 1 in each hand. Well done, my friend. Howard takes the strike. 0-1. So Troy gets ahead of Tyler Howard. He's followed by Colton Boardman. Potter's double play depth in the middle, and even with the bag on the corners. Outfield, straightaway, and medium deep. Breaking ball, call strike 2. The Sun we've already seen is a difficulty in left and at third. Big chopper that Euler lost in the Sun, and we see Mace Madsen really shielding his eyes from the Sun on every pitch out there. That could come into play on the 0-2 pitch. Popped it up, and that'll get out of play. And almost, it snuck in underneath the tarp, almost got Piper. Piper, you got to have a little more awareness there, buddy. He still didn't care. His life is to entertain. He doesn't have to be safe. Stays 0-2. Mullen, Burnham, and Osborne on the bases. Hit sharply in the hole, base hit left field. 1 run will score. Let's see if they'll send another. They will. Mace Madsen with the throw. It's cut off, and 2 runs have scored as Howard delivers the RBI single. Mullen scores. Burnham scores. Osborne's going to stay at second base. Howard has his second hit of the series and his 3rd run batted in, and will bring up Colton Boardman. So Yeltsin got ahead of him, but Howard, as he did yesterday with the 2-strike approach, puts it perfectly in the hole between third and short. Madsen's throw was a couple of hops into third. I don't think he would have had a chance to get Burnham anyway. And still 1 out, or just 1 out, and now Boardman, who grounded to first his first time up. Swings and misses at that offering from Yeltsin. We are in the top of inning number 2. The Crabs have jumped out to a 2-0 lead as Andrew Ballantyne had to leave with an injury or some discomfort. Chopped out to second base. Moore will go to second for 1 and throws the ball away. A run scores, and here comes Howard. He's going to try to score. Madsen's throw is in time and got him. And now going back to third, he is safe at third. So Howard is thrown out at the plate. Osborne scored. So Mays threw to the plate and got him. Boardman ends up at third base out of fielder's choice. He will get a RBI. Well, actually, no, he won't get an RBI because it was first and second. That's right. Okay, so he won't get an RBI. So 3 runs in. Potter's with an error on the play. Fielder's choice and an error on the second baseman. And here's Vandenbrink. So 3 runs on 2 hits and an error, and Boardman is over at third base. Vandenbrink chops it down the first base line. And that is a foul ball. 0-2 on Ryan, who singled his first time up after going 0 for 4 in last night's game. A walk, a hit batter, 2 singles, and a fielder's choice. Vandenbrink pops that one down the right field line. Malbrough giving chase into the bullpen, but it's going to be tough, and it's on the tarp over the VIP section down the right field line. So it'll stay no balls and 2 strikes on Ryan Vandenbrink. He is out of Oregon State. Boardman coming down the line from third. He pops it up. That'll get out of play as well, and probably on the tarp right above us. We stay 0-2. So Humboldt, 3 runs on 2 hits, 1 Potter's error, a walk, a hit batter, and a nice sacrifice by Fagan that set up a lot of stuff that happened after him. Swings in a little blooper into left field, and that'll drop for a base hit. So right off the handle, Vandenbrink is now 2 for 2. It's a 4-0 score in favor of the Crabs. And that'll bring up Adam Enyart, the 8th batter in the inning. That was a good pitch by Yeltsin, but Vandenbrink just used some strength and got enough on it. and blooped it over past Cash Brennan at shortstop for the RBI single, his 4th RBI of the season. Enyart got a single his last time up, so he is 1 for 1. Throw trying to keep Vandenbrink close over at first base. Foul ball by Enyart out of Bakersfield, and Sacramento State University picked up the save in last night's game with a scoreless inning. He did give up a hit, and he did get a strikeout. Oh, and 1 on Adam. He's followed by Damian Cassis. Swing and a miss. Good pitch right there by Yeltsin. Got ahead 0-2. He was at 0-2 on Vandenbrink. And now he's going to try to close the deal here on Adam Enyart. Give the Potters a chance to come up with the bats in the bottom of the second against Ben Lukens, who will have a considerable lead when he retakes the mound. Chopper foul. Humboldt battling at the plate. They foul off a lot of pitches. And they've taken advantage of the situation here. Yesterday they scored 2 runs in the 5th inning, and they had a couple of walks and 3 wild pitches, a balk, and a stolen base. So they take what they can get, and they make it work for them. 0-2 pitch in the dirt. Nice job by Ethan Johnson behind the plate. Keep that from going back to the backstop. Vandenbrink might be going on that pitch. A little bluff. We got, Papa Jack from Papa's Coffee Company is back in his regular seats down there. Good to see him. He makes 97 look like 83. I think it's 96. I don't want to give him an extra year. At that age, you don't want that extra year. But he does make it look good. And you want to go out to Papa's Coffee Company when you come down here, because Evan really, in fact, Evan's finding some stuff he likes around here. He's got Papa's Coffee Company. He's got a bacon-wrapped hot dog that he'll never forget. He's probably got a picture of it to take home and put by his pillow. Down to third with it, Euler. Across the diamond for the out, but not before the Crabs score 4 times. We go to the bottom of the second inning. They lead this one 4-0.
You are laborers rising. And now you understand where we came from, what solidarity means, and what we have ahead of us. No one's going to defend us but us. No one's going to help construction workers except us. And I can't wait to see you out there.
American River College is a top-tier community college sports program that provides student athletes with the opportunity to thrive both athletically and academically. ARC Athletics is currently ranked 5th in the state and 2nd in Northern California. With over 19 sports programs, our athletes compete with the region's best athletes. Our diverse and dedicated coaching staff helps athletes develop the skills necessary to compete at the next level. Start your community college athletic journey with us. American River College, Sacramento's best athletic program. Go Beavers.
Potters in a bit of a sticky wicket here as they trail this one 4-0, bottom of the second inning. Ben Lucan's back out on the mound for Humboldt. He'll face Quincy Malbrough, then Carson Moore and Cash Brennan, the 4, 5, 6 hitters for the Potters. Quincy at right around 500 for the Potters on the season. 10 runs batted in. Out of Loomis, California. He'll take a strike. And it's quickly 0-2 on Quincy. Lucan's got 1, 2, 3 in the first inning. Quincy fouls that one out of play. Sitting at 471 with those 10 runs batted in is Quincy Malbrough. As he leads off here in the bottom of the second inning. Nice crowd out here on a Wednesday, a Wine and Wiener Wednesday. Hit right back up the middle, hits the mound and pops high up in the air and goes into center field for a base hit. So Quincy makes it exciting by a little ski ramp right there. And he will have himself a single. Maybe ski ball, right? When you roll a ski ball and it goes up there. Thank you, Luke Stoutwalker. That was well done. Here's Carson Moore. 371 for Mr. Moore, playing at second base for the Potters today. He is out of a place we like to call Cameron Park, California, and San Diego State University. And he'll take a ball. So, yeah, you could come out here on Tuesdays, Taco Tuesday. You eat for, $10, 5 tacos. Come out here today, $6 is 3 hot dogs. Or you can go with the bacon wrapped, as Evan would say to do. Line drive right at the shortstop. He drops it on purpose, and he's going to be, the umpire's like, I'm not falling for that, dude. It's a line drive to shortstop for the first out. So the batter is out. The umpire had to make the out call. People are confused about who's out. The batter is out. The runner, Quincy Malbrough, stays at first. Brody Coxon warming up for the Potters. The left-hander out of Granite Bay High, headed for Arkansas. Out of Del Oro, headed for Arkansas. Out of Granite Bay, California. That might have been a pickoff. Might have been a successful pickoff, but they dropped the ball over there. See, in my day, if you lived in the city, that's the high school you went to. You couldn't live in one city and go to a different high school. They didn't let you. They kept track of everybody. They knew where everybody was at all times. Now you can grow up in this city, you can go to this high school. Nice looking pitch right there to Cash Brennan, but it's called the ball, so I'll go with that 1-0. Cash was 1 for 5 yesterday. It was his line out at the end of the game that gave the Potter fans a lot of hope, but ended up in the first baseman's glove to end the game. Good lead at first by Malbrough. Cash hits it out, squirts it over to third base. Going to go to second for 1, back to first. They're called the double play, 5-4-3. So good defense by the Crabs, started by Jamie Mullen at third base. We'll go to the top of the third inning. Potters trail at 4-0.
Hey, baseball fans, you may have noticed our scoreboard goes out from time to time. You can help us get a new one. Give $20 and get a chance at winning 2 tickets to some of the region's biggest events, like the Outlaw Festival with Willie Nelson, Bob Dylan, and John Mellencamp, a Sacramento Kings game, or Ringling Brothers Circus. All proceeds benefit the Big Swing Capital Campaign. You can buy now at friendsofmcbean.org.
Hey everyone, this is Alex with the Downtown Lincoln Association. We're super excited to kick off Lincoln Loves Local, a new campaign designed to spotlight amazing businesses that make Lincoln so unique. We partnered with Dalila from UN Social Agency to create short, high-quality videos that help boost your visibility and reach right here in the Lincoln community. Each video will be shared on DLA's social media and newsletter, making it easy for locals to discover and support your business. So let's celebrate what makes Lincoln special together.
Lincoln provides all the charm of a small town, yet still provides access to excellent local medical care. At Lincoln Urgent Care, you can find expert services and a compassionate staff available 7 days a week. A friendly front desk staff will welcome you when you come into our brand new facility. Your wait time will be minimal at our walk-in clinic, unlike the emergency room. From broken bones and lacerations to allergies, flu shots, and illnesses, we treat a variety of urgent medical conditions. What sets us apart is not just our central location in Lincoln, but the convenience of our extended hours, including weekends. We've become Lincoln's first choice for urgent care because we treat patients of all ages for a variety of conditions and take most insurances. We're proud to be an approved provider for veterans and welcome in our military patients.
From our family to yours, we're here when you need us.
Fans want to keep restoring and renovating historic McBean Stadium? Now you can become a member of Friends of McBean. Annual membership start at $50. Become a member now at friendsofmcbean.org.
This job is the Esplanade Turkey Creek phases 4 and 5. Our scope of work for this project is full scope, so we've got all the underground, all the joint trench, and all the top side included with it. We are putting in sewer pipe, manholes. We're not doing services yet. We go through and do all the main line, and then we come back and do all the services after that. I would say this project right here, the one we're working on, is probably about a 2-month project. It's very costly to the developer, so beating the schedule is very...
Top of inning number 3 from McBean Stadium. The Crabs grab a 4-0 lead in the second, and they have held on to it through the bottom of the second, so they lead 4-0. Damian Cassis is the hitter, and Brody Coxon, the left-hander out of Del Oro High School and headed to University of Arkansas, is the third Potter pitcher of the day. Troy Yeltsin went 1 inning, gave up 3 hits, 4 runs, 3 of them earned, and 2 walks as he was pressed into duty when Ballantyne had to leave suddenly with an injury of some sort. No word on that as of yet. Coxon delivers down low. Brody at 6'6" has been very impressive thus far this summer for the Lincoln Potters, and probably his toughest opposition so far here with the Crabs. And his fastball is in there for a strike at 90 miles an hour. 2-1 on Cassis, who struck out his first time up to end the first inning. He is followed by Jamie Mullen and then Eli Burnham. A 5-6-7 configuration for Humboldt. Misses outside with that breaking ball. 3-1. Almost time to grab a $2 hot dog. I can't believe Evan said that's the best money he spent. That guy. That's lifted high in the air to left field. Giving it a little ground as Madsen now will come in on it, move toward the line, and make the catch. You never know with the sun the way it is down there, but Mays Madsen played that very well for the first out here in the third inning, and Jimmy Mullen will be the hitter. Got a base on balls his first time up, the third baseman who started the 5-4-3 double play that ended the bottom of the second for the Potters out of Sac State. My alma mater. I don't know. Nobody asked, but it is. I don't want to tell you how many years ago because it would not be prudent. But it was a while ago. Let's just say I took some history classes that a lot of stuff hadn't happened yet. That's why I took history, because not much of it had happened. Check swing, and I wanted to call it a strike. I don't get a call, so it's a ball. There was not a lot of talk of going Division I when I was at Sac State. Let's just put it that way. That's hit well to left field. Madsen on his horse reaches out and makes the catch going into left center field, and that was a really nice play on a well-hit ball by Mays Madsen. He handles the first 2 outs here in the third inning, and that will bring up Eli Burnham, who singled his first time up. Eli coming out of UC Davis. This is just his third game of the summer for the Crabs. That is outside for a ball. Jeff Giacomini is the skipper for the Humboldt Crabs. Of course, Eli Garcia runs the show for the Potters. Swing and a miss. Good fastball. Elevated it a little bit, and Eli went for it. 1 ball and 1 strike on the Crabs catcher. That doesn't sound right. Nobody wants to be a Crabs catcher. Lined into right field. I guess he does because he just got himself his second base hit of the night. First hit off Brody Coxon. 6th hit already for the Crabs, who only had 5 last night in their 3-2 win. It'll bring up Joe Fagan, the shortstop, who sacrificed his first time up. He's already got a bunch of ground balls out at shortstop, and he is yet to make his first official appearance here as he got the sacrifice last time. Coxon's fastball misses outside to Ethan Johnson. Brady Dobson's at first, Carson Moore at second. Cash Brennan playing short tonight, and Luke Euler over at third. Madsen, Lopez, Malbrough in the outfield. Third pitcher is Brody Coxon. There goes the runner. Pitches down in the dirt. The throw is going to be too late. And a steal for Eli Burnham, who's having himself quite a night with 2 hits and a stolen base. And he has also scored a run, put himself in position to score another one at second base. Fagan now 2 balls and no strikes on Joe. Daniel Osborne, the number 9 hitter on deck for the Crabs. We're looking to go 2-0 up in this best-of-3 series to start the PEL season. That's a line foul over by the Potters dugout. Got a bunch of guys ducking. And it comes all the way back to the home plate umpire. Seems like a fine fellow. Very pleasant night out here for some baseball and $2 hot dogs. You know, nice wine specials. Fastball, a strike. Half off, I think, of sangrias. Plus, you buy the sangrias when they're half off. Part of the proceeds go to the new scoreboard for Friends of McBean, and that's a huge deal. We need that new scoreboard, the spanking new scoreboard. 2-2 now. Fastball, call, strike 3. So Brody gets his first strikeout, gives up 1 hit. We go to the bottom of the third. Potters behind on this one, 4-0.
Lincoln Potters Baseball. Placer County's best-kept secret is back for another exciting summer at historic McBean Stadiums. Loaded with fun for the whole family, local beer, wine, and eats. Fireworks, giveaways, theme nights, kids zone, and more. Come join in the fun and enjoy small-town baseball with Major League Entertainment. Tickets on sale now at LincolnPotters.com.
Lincoln Potters Baseball. Come on out and join in the fun.
Buy a personalized brick for you, your loved ones, or your business, and show everyone your commitment to Lincoln baseball. Framed and engraved by our own Lincoln High Ag program students, your brick will be featured on unique movable brick walls. Find your name in the stadium entrance for the 2024 and 2025 seasons. Then visit your brick in its permanent home inside the stadium. Bricks can be purchased here for $250.
Bottom of inning number 3, it'll be Brady Dobson leading us off, then Ethan Johnson and Luke Euler against Ben Lukens, who's retired the first 6 in a row, and he's a strike right there. Actually, Malbrough got a hit, but he's faced the minimum, let's put it that way. He was erased by a double play later in the inning. So Dobson at 318 with a home run, which he got last night, and 7 runs batted in. Swings and misses at a breaking ball. A beautiful pitch by Lukens. Had him waving at it, 0-2 quickly. Potters last scored on Dobson's home run in the 6th inning last night, so 5 straight scoreless innings. They want to break this knot here in the bottom of the 3rd. Swings and misses. First strikeout for Lukens. He had 12 strikeouts in 10 1/3 innings coming in. And he will face Ethan Johnson, the catcher. Out of San Jose, California, batting at .333 is Mr. Johnson. He'll be followed by Luke Euler. Johnson takes a strike. Took something off that one. Some more patrons going out. Guy coming back with, he's got something. Oh, he's got an ice cream sandwich, is that? Oh, not bad. Not a bad idea. Couple of dogs. Is that a bacon wrap? Oh, that might have been bacon wrap. Lined out into left field, and it's over the head of the left fielder, Osborne. Johnson will round first. He'll go to second. And I have to think that Daniel Osborne lost that one at least a little bit, although the ball had a nice tail on it, a little slice, and so it was very difficult to gauge. And Johnson has himself a double. Second hit of the game for the Potters. And that means that there's a row in Section 201 that gets free double-doubles, because that's the greatest promotion ever. If a Potter player gets a double, if the Potters turn a double play, one row at random gets free double-doubles. Again, I didn't sign off on it, but I would have. So Johnson out at second, Luke Euler the hitter, and Burnham's going to go out and talk to Lukens here with the runner at second base. Left-hander means that Fagan will probably play pretty close to the bag at second there and keep Johnson close. Luke hitting at .297, 10 runs batted in for the product of Rockland, California, and University of Nevada, Reno. Top of the order, Jordy Lopez is next. Look out, that's inside at 87 for a ball, 1-0. Straight away for Luke Euler. Medium deep is the outfield. As a suspected, Fagan playing right behind the runner close to second base. Luke takes outside, 2-0. Johnson doubles with 1 out here as the Potters looking up at a 4-0 deficit. The Crabs with 4 in the second inning. Euler takes ball 3. Lukens has walked 3 in now 13 and a little over 13 1/3 innings. So control's been pretty good for Ben, and he'll get a strike on that one, 3-1. Three balls, 1 strike on the Potters' third baseman. Nice hole there at shortstop for Luke, and he tries to poke one through there, but fouls it back. So it comes all the way back to 3 balls and 2 strikes. Jordy Lopez waiting his turn. Potters wanted to break through 5-inning scoreless streak since last night in the 7th, so need to put one across as Fagan gets back to his spot. Euler lines it right where he was in the center field, a base hit. They're going to send Johnson. A throw to the plate is a little off line, and Johnson is safe. There goes Euler to second base. The throw will not be in time, and he is in there. So Luke Euler delivers the RBI single, takes second on the throw, and the Potters are on the board. It is now 4-1 Crabs. Euler's 11th run batted in, and very alertly gets to second base as well. The throw came in from Cassis offline, and Johnson scored easily. Euler taking advantage of that throw, and he puts himself in scoring position. I kind of said he should hit it in the hole there, but then Fagan moved over to the hole, so he hit it up the middle. So thanks for listening to me, Luke. And here's Jordy, who grounded to shortstop. He lines it to right field. That is down for a base hit, but Euler had to hold, so he will probably stop at third, and he will. Jordy hit that one a little too hard and right at the right fielder. That's Howard out there who took it on a hop. So first and third, Potters have put together 3 hits in the inning, now have 4 for the game, and there's Matt Tomlin, the pitching coach for the Crabs. He's going to go out and talk to Ben Lukens. As the Potters were not showing a sign of life, and all of a sudden that double by Johnson kind of got things going. Euler delivers the timely single, and now Jordy Lopez took the first pitch and ripped it to stay at 500 on the season for Mr. Lopez. Mays Madsen, who grounded short his first time up, will be the hitter. Potters were plagued yesterday. They left 10 runners on base, so do not want to start doing that, as Willie's playing the Steely Dan today. I like it, Willie. Well done. He was very saddened to hear that a founding member of Chicago had passed away today, so he's throwing some Chicago in there and now some Steely Dan. And I must say that I approve. So here's Madsen. He's 4 for 18 on the season. He does have 3 runs batted in. He has bunted for a base hit, so do not take that off the table, with Aiden Diome coming up next. And Lopez a threat to steal, but it didn't work out well for the Potters last night, so we'll see. Mays does bunt it down the first base line as the pitcher can't get it, and Mays is going to beat it out and get an RBI to boot. Mays Madsen listening to me as well. Bunts it down the first base line, beautifully done. His second bunt hit of the season, and Euler scores. Madsen gets the RBI, his 4th. Going to second is Lopez, and the Potters have put 2 up on the board here in the inning and still just 1 out, and now Aiden Diome, who lined out to right his first time up, is the hitter. That was about as perfectly as executed a bunt as you're going to see, as Lukens came off the mound and just could not reach it. Aiden takes a strike, 0-1. He did not agree. I will memo him and let him know that it looked like a pretty good call. I'll give him a text, probably after the game. I won't bring it up now. 464 coming in for Aiden. High fly ball, that's going to be center field. Cassis comes out. He's going to come in. That's going to drop for a base hit. Everybody had to hold, so 1 base is all they'll get. But Diome dropped one in the middle of 3 converging Crabs. That sounds weird. And he's got himself a base hit. That is the 4th hit of the inning for the Potters. They have the bases loaded. They have 1 out, and they have Quincy Malbrough at the plate. Quincy drilled a single up the middle his last time up. He came in at 471 with 10 runs batted in. So average is a little higher, still at 10 runs batted in. And let's see if he can do something about this 4-2 deficit the Potters find themselves in. Lukens thought he had Diome, but Aiden's pop fly just fell perfectly in between 3 Crabs. Malbrough takes high, ball 1. Quincy's followed by Carson Moore. Out of Loomis, California, Quincy Malbrough, out in right field for the Potters tonight. Sun not much of a factor now. Malbrough lines one into center field. That may hold up. No, it's a diving try. No, that's a base hit. Here comes the second run. The first one, I think we got an injured center fielder too. And we'll stop on that. A 2-run single, but Cassis made a dive for that and looked like he might have stuck his wrist in the ground or something. And It's a 2-run single for Malbro. Lopez scored, and so does Madsen. Diome's going to end up at third. Malbro will end up at second. But it looked like Cassis tried to get that one. He's a left-handed player, tried to get that with the right wrist, and he might have hit it against the ground. We're going to take a break here, Evan. We'll step away. Potters have tied it at 4, and we will come back in the bottom of the third.
Hey, Potters fans, want to keep restoring and renovating historic McBean Stadium? Now you can become a member of Friends of McBean. Annual membership start at $50. Become a member now at friendsofmcbean.org.
When it comes to your home's maintenance and repairs, Jeffers Resource Group has you covered. Our handyman services offer a comprehensive range of expertise, from minor carpentry to drywall, electrical and flooring for property managers, landlords, and renters alike. We ensure that every job is completed to the highest standards, so you can have peace of mind. Contact us today to discover how Jeffers Resource Group can help keep your home in top shape.
You are laborers rising. And now you understand where we came from, what solidarity means.
So Damian Cass has helped off the field, holding his right arm or shoulder, elbow. Couldn't really tell. We're not going to speculate about that. If we get word, we will let you know. But he did get off under his own power. Potters have runners at second and third. Lukens is going to take a couple of warm-up pitches here to keep warm during the break. So Alex Harrington, who played in left field last night, comes out. He will take over in right field. They'll move Tyler Howard from right field to center field. And Osborne will stay in left field. As the Potters have put together a pretty nice-looking rally. Dobson struck out, but then Ethan Johnson doubled. He was singled in by Euler. A single by Lopez. A bunt single scored a run from Madsen. Diome dropped a single in the center field, and then a 2-run single by Quincy Malbro. He ends up at second base. And here is Carson Moore with a chance to put the Potters on top. So they had that 5-inning drought, but they're kind of making up for it here. And I don't want you to forget, Luke, that a couple of those hits were on my recommendation, and I know you do know that. So here's Moore, who lined out to shortstop his first time up, so Carson is 0 for 1. In there for a strike. And I learned from you guys that he is from Cameron Park, but that doesn't mean he went to Cameron Park High School. He went to Del Oro. Yeah, see, I learned from you guys. Got to learn from the young people. Not much, but some. 0-1. Moore takes on the corner, call strike 2. Moore is followed by Cash Brennan. Up here with a chance to put the Potters on top. Takes high, fastball, 1-2. Carson comes in at 371. He does have a home run. He does have 7 runs batted in. So he's been in this spot many times before. Misses outside with a breaking ball, does Lukens. Who's given up his first runs of the season in this inning. He had gone 10 in the third innings with 12 strikeouts, 3 walks, 9 hits, but no runs allowed. And the Potters have got to him for 4 in this inning. Moore lifts it out down the left field line, but that'll be a foul ball. Would have been perfectly placed had it been fair, but it wasn't really that close. Wasn't hit very hard either. And there's a very small young man running out to get the bat. Or actually, he's going out to get part of the bat, since the other part was helpfully picked up by Eli Burnham, the catcher. And Carson will go get another piece of equipment from the supply over there in the Potters dugout. Just the bottom of the third inning. We are tied at 4. That is ball 3. Is that true? Is that Declan? Declan Lundgren, the bad boy? Probably nepotism, huh? He didn't get that job on his own. 3-2 to Carson. Lifts it out to shallow center field. It'll be in there for a base hit. Here's a one-run will score. The second one will also score. Quincy Malbrough. Quincy was reading it perfectly. Waiting was Diome. He scores. The ball bounces up to the catcher, and Malbrough, I would say, bullies his way in there to score. It's a 2-run single. The Potters have scored 6 times here in the inning. Carson Moore grabs a couple of RBIs. He will end up at second base on the throw, and the Potters lead this one 6-4. Perfectly placed line drive again by the Potters, and here's Cash Brennan, the 9th batter in the inning. Brennan into a double play his first time up. Takes inside for a ball. Activity in the Crabs pen. We got a left-hander working down there. We will endeavor to get an identity. There's a lot of pitches for Ben Lukens here in this third inning. That's in there for a strike. Justin Duggan out of UC Riverside. Sports number 31, so that would be the gentleman in question. Brennan went for 5 yesterday. Takes outside. Two balls, one strike. Oh, you see a lot of fans wearing those snappy straw hats. They're very good purchase or acquisition. Swung on and missed on the off-speed pitch. Sometimes the Potters come through with some giveaways that you can actually use in everyday life. Not all the time, but sometimes. Sometimes they give away little towels that really don't work out so well for anything, especially showering. Yeah, not that. Don't use that one for showering. Doesn't work. Brennan grounds it down to first base. That's a fair ball. Picked up eventually, and did he tag him? I don't know if he did. He is out at first base. Give Vandenbrink a lot of credit for having the wherewithal to pick the ball up somehow. And I don't know that he tagged him, but the ruling is he did, so we'll do it that way. We will have a little conversation about it, and that's all you can ask in this business, get a better angle at it. And it's a possibility the home plate umpire did have that better angle because Vandenbrink, when he picked it up, was kind of straddling the baseline, so it's tough to see as Brennan tried to get around him, and he is going to call him safe at first base. So there you go. They talked about it. They've decided it is safe at first. And I think maybe somebody's a little too boisterous down there. You can't get too boisterous. So that's going to have to be an error on the third baseman then. Or the first baseman, excuse me. That'll be the first error for the Crabs in this series. And that'll bring up Brady Dobson, who started out the inning by striking out. So the Potters broke out of that 5-inning scoreless streak in a big way, and they're still going with just one out and runners at first and third. Dobson takes inside. Would not be surprised to see Cash Brennan taken off. And now we're going to have I think we're going to get a pitching change. Yeah, he's going to call to the bullpen. So we're going to have a new pitcher. Ben Lukens will be leaving 2 1/3 innings in. It is the bottom of the third inning. Potters have put half dozen up on the board, and they lead at 6-4.
Top-tier community college sports program that provides student athletes with the opportunity to thrive both athletically and academically. ARC Athletics is currently ranked 5th in the state and 2nd in Northern California. With over 19 sports programs, our athletes compete with the region's best athletes. Our diverse and dedicated coaching staff helps athletes develop the skills necessary to compete at the next level. Start your community college athletics journey with us. American River College, Sacramento's best athletic program. Go Beavers.
Fans want to keep restoring and renovating historic McBean Stadium? Now you can become a member of Friends of McBean. Annual membership start at $50. Become a member now at friendsofmcbean.org.
This job is the Esplanade Turkey Creek phases 4 and 5. Our scope of work for this project is full scope, so we've got all the underground, all the joint trench, and all the top side included with it. We are putting in sewer pipe, manholes. We're not doing services yet. We go through and do all the main line, and then we come back and do all the services after that. I would say this project right here, the one we're working on, is probably about a 2-month project. It's very costly to the developer, so beating the schedule is very important, more important than most projects. It's got a lot of groundwater, so we've got an extensive groundwater pump system in place. It's just cool to be a part of the built environment and know that for the next 100 years that people are going to use and enjoy what we've created here today.
Sorry about that. I was talking to Willie. Blake Dugan's the new pitcher. Bunt shows a bunt. The ball gets by the catcher. Here comes a runner in from third. The throw will not be in time. It's a wild pitch and a run for the Potters. Stealing second was Cash Brennan. That's Carson Moore that scores. Potters put another one up on the board. And Brennan is now at second base. It was an in-house person that was texting me to tell Willie that his music is good tonight because he's playing what I suggested he play, Steely Dan in Chicago. So Willie says thank you to all of his fans. Dobson hits it in the hole, base hit left field. Let's see if Brennan tries to score. He is not going to. It's picked up in left field and returned in there by Osborne. But it's another base hit for the Potters. They have 8 in the inning now. Over to the third goes Cash Brennan, and it'll bring up Ethan Johnson, who started this whole thing many moons ago with a line drive over the left fielder's head. Dobson at first, Brennan at third. Ethan hits it in the hole for a base hit. Here comes Brennan to score. Brady will stop at second. Johnson has his second hit and an RBI. The Potters beginning to lose track here because I'm not a bright person. That is 8 runs on 9 hits in the inning. And it will be Luke Euler who had an RBI single back in this inning. So that'll close the book on Lukens, 2/3 of an inning, 8 hits and 8 runs. First and second. Hit sharply. Nice play at first base by Vandenbrink. He's going to have to hurry to get over to get Euler at first. He does. What a nice play by Ryan Vandenbrink down at first base to keep that one from going into right field, because it easily could have and been one more run. So 2 outs. Dobson goes to third. Johnson's at second now, and that'll bring up Jordy Lopez. Jordy has a ground out to shortstop and a single. Lopez has a chance to make it a 10-run inning with a base hit here. That ball gets away. Here comes the runner down from third. It's Dobson, head first slide, and he is in there. Potters score run number 9. Moving to third base now is Ethan Johnson. That's a pass ball, allowing the run to score on that one. Jordy Lopez, 1 ball and no strikes. Dugan, nice pitch right there, in there for a strike at 87. 1-1. Thirteenth batter of the inning is Jordy Lopez. Hits that one high up in the air toward right field. Going back is Harrington. He's got room, and he'll make the catch for the third out. Potters put up 9 runs in the third. We'll go to the fourth. They are on top 9-4.
Buy a personalized brick for you, your loved ones, or your business, and show everyone your commitment to Lincoln baseball. Framed and engraved by our own Lincoln High Ag program students, your brick will be featured on unique movable brick walls. Find your name in the stadium entrance for the 2024 and 2025 seasons. Then visit your brick in its permanent home inside the stadium. Bricks can be purchased here for $250. Get it now at friendsofmcbean.org.
I'm Bill Spear, North Valley president of 5 Star Bank. In a time when business can feel so uncertain, we're here for you every step of the way.
I know they have a lot of bells and whistles within their bank, but just the relationship piece here locally on the business side is huge for us.
5 Star treats us like we're number 1. They're right there with suggestions, with help. So I have to bank with people that have our mission in mind.
We're 5 Star Bank. How can we help you?
Hi, Bill Evans, president of the Placer County Association of Realtors. We're in the store, our conference facilities, an amazing team that helps us keep together an amazing organization. And we thank them all.
This organization can't do what it does and can't run the way it runs without the help of so many members volunteering their time.
The success of the Placer County Association of Realtors is largely dependent on our active volunteer members to help our organization and industry. The work of our committees greatly impacts our ability to champion efforts across the board and giving back to the Placer County community wherever we can.
Like all service organizations, I wanted to serve. And getting involved with the affiliate committee was the perfect way to do that.
I love being able to serve my community with my business friends and other leaders and give back to those who are in need.
The thing I love about the PCAR committees is they all work toward the same goal of bringing the community together to support those in need in our surrounding area.
I instantly came to the meeting and had a wonderful time, felt like I was a part of something bigger, and it was just the start of my leadership journey.
Still recovering from that explosion in the bottom of the third inning. Potters put up 9 runs on 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 hits. And they lead at 9-4, and it's time to turn on the defense here. Daniel Osborne will lead us off. He was hit by a pitch back in the second inning and eventually scored in the 4-run inning for the Crabs. Brody Coxon delivers the first pitch, and it's down in the dirt. He is the third pitcher. Andrew Ballantyne started to win an inning and had to leave due to an unspecified injury. Then Troy Yeltsin came on and pitched 1 inning. Coxon came on to take over in the 3rd inning, gave up a hit and got a strikeout. And now he'll take on the 4th with Daniel Osborne and Tyler Howard, Colton Boardman. Chopper over the mound, going to be a tough play for Carson Moore. Guns it to first, and the stretch, he got him. That's a fine play by Carson Moore. We've seen him throw on the run like that a couple of times, but that is a difficult play, and he makes it, and that helps a pitcher out, especially leading off an inning like this for the first out, and that'll bring up the top of the order and Tyler Howard, who was grounded to short and got a 2-run single. Tyler is 2 for 5 in the series with 3 runs batted in. Started out in right field, now in center field after the injury to Cassis. And he'll take down low for a ball. Colton Boardman on deck. Shadows over most of the field now. Looks like just center field's in a little bit of sun, but that's all. Very pleasant evening for baseball. Fouled out of play. It is a Wine and Wiener Wednesday. We've already had reports from Evan that the bacon-wrapped hot dog at Fat Cat is sublime. I would say 5 stars. Chef's kiss. Sublime is a cool word. I just like to say it. Especially because he did a very good job of presenting the ingredients. I don't know if you heard him, Luke. He presented the ingredients, and then he added the unspecified sauce on the top. Kind of a, cherry on top. Very, very nicely presented by Evan. He might have to do all the food reviews in the future. I don't know. Grounder down towards short. Tough play by Brennan. He has a strong throw, and it got him at first base. Potter's throwing on the run like old Western guys shooting off the side of the horse. That's tough to do, Luke. I don't think you could do that. Coming down, and all of a sudden they're shooting sideways. Anyway, 2 outs. Colton Boardman, the batter. He is the second baseman. He is wearing number 7. He has grounded to first and reached on an error. 0 for 2 in this one. 0 for 5 in this series so far. Coxon delivers, but it's too low. Colton comes to us from Cal State Northridge out of Bishop Gorman High. That is in Las Vegas, Nevada, according to me. Swing and a miss. Good fastball, 89 from Brody. 1 ball, 1 strike. Ryan Vandenbrink, the first baseman on deck. That nice looking pitch, but it misses. 2-1. Lifts that one foul out of play to our left. 2 balls and 2 strikes. So Alex Krosno is warming up in the bullpen, who we saw play on another team. We go, hey, we like that guy. Go warm up in our bullpen. And he said, okay. So works out well all the way around. No activity now in the Crabs bullpen. 3-2 pitch is down low, ball 4. So Boardman with a good take on a 3-2 pitch, and that brings up Ryan Vandenbrink, who is the dueling dogs batter today since he struck out 4 times yesterday. So we made him the dueling dogs batter because if he strikes out, it's half price dueling dogs, and he's already 2 for 2 today with an RBI. Out of Oregon State, now has 4 runs batted in, just played a couple of games for the Crabs. Two outs, 1 on. Brody's first pitch is on the inside corner. That's a call strike. 0-1. Adam Enyard on deck for the Humboldt Crabs. Well, he's got the Big Dog mixtape out. Put in the Big Dog mixtape. We need half-price beer now. That's a grounder out towards shortstop, handled by Brennan. Across the diamond, it's a good inning for Mr. Coxon. We go to the bottom of the 4th. Potters on top, 9-4.
labor is rising. And now you understand where we came from, what solidarity means, and what we have ahead of us. No one's going to defend us but us. No one's going to help construction workers except us. And I can't wait to see you out there.
American River College is a top-tier community college sports program that provides student athletes with the opportunity to thrive both athletically and academically. ARC Athletics is currently ranked 5th in the state and 2nd in Northern California. With over 19 sports programs, our athletes compete with the region's best athletes. Our diverse and dedicated coaching staff helps athletes develop the skills necessary to compete at the next level. Start your community college athletics journey with us. American River College, Sacramento's best athletic program. Go Beavers.
Battle of the big innings out here at McBean Stadium. Art the Phantom Low along with Evan the Big E on the controls. Luke Statwalker helping out as well. Crabs had 4 runs in the second. Potters answered with 9 runs in the third, and we're in the bottom of the fourth, and that's a hit batter for Mays Madsen, who had a bunt single RBI his last time up, and he'll go down to first base. Justin Dugan on the mound, the second pitcher for the Crabs. Ben Lucas went the first 2 and the third innings, and then Justin came on in the third. So Madsen gets on base for the second straight time, and it'll bring up Aiden Diome, who was fly to right and singled, and he hit the fly ball a lot harder than he hit the single, and that's the way things work out sometimes in baseball. Aiden DHing tonight for Lincoln. He's followed by Quincy Marlboro. There goes the runner. The pitch is down low. The throw to second base will not be in time. Madsen says, I'm going to go to third. You know, I was just thinking about it. The ball's in left field or left center field. I'm going to go to third, and he does. And now he says he's going home. The throw's going to be too late. Mays Madsen steals a run from first base. And that is tremendous right there. And the fans or the teammates really enjoy that activity. He went to second. The ball went into left center field, went to third. They were a little lazy or a little probably distracted on the throw back into the infield, and May said, you know something, I ain't stopping. And he is scoring his second run of the day. That's grounded down the first baseline foul. So he gets a stolen base. There is an error in there on the catcher, the ball that went through to left center field, and then I think it's just apathy. He scored on apathy. I don't think you can. I'm sorry about that, Ian. No, he just got out of Bella Vista. He's not ready for this, okay? I think they probably know the word at Bella Vista. They're probably pretty good in the vocab department over there. Fouled off by Aiden. I think the Broncos have a pretty good reputation. You kind of sneak through, I know, but still. Aiden, another dribbler down the third baseline. What is the mascot where you're going? Cal Poly SLO? What's the mascot down there? Mustangs. Broncos to Mustangs. All right, I see the progression. It shows growth. I think it shows growth on your part. Fouled off again by Aiden Diome out of Roseville. Out of West Park High School in Roseville. They are the Panthers, I believe. Yes, I believe they are because their stadium is called Panther Stadium. So it would be kind of dumb if they weren't the Panthers. Diome fouls it off for the 13th time in a row. Statwalker, what was your high school? Granite Bay, the Grizzlies. And what's your college? Oh, that's right, Grand Canyon. What do they call it? What do they call the Grand Canyons? Oh, not bad. Probably an animal that would be in the canyon, though. No antelopes in the canyon. So, no, I don't know. If you have a school that has mascot that you can't find in the name of the school, maybe the school doesn't think about these things too much. I like the name. It's not bad. They've done pretty well sports-wise in a couple of different sports, too. So maybe they need to upgrade this mascot. Maybe they need to go to Cougars. No, we can't because everybody's a Cougars. Pumas? Mountain goats? Watch out, that's inside. So he's got it's got Broncos to Mustangs. It's easy. You, Grizzlies, Antelopes. They're not even friends. Oh, man. Ball 4, another good at bat by Indiome. Guy works more walks out of bad counts than anybody we've seen in a while. He goes to first base. Madsen, who wouldn't be going to second base except he pulled some crazy steal of base, run to third, and then score. So it's just one guy on base. Quincy Malbrough singled and then singled again. The second one was a 2-run single in center field that Damien Cassis tried to make a diving catch on. Unfortunately injured himself, had to leave the game. And Malbrough now with 12 runs batted in on the season. He is 2 for 2. Padres on top 10-4. Dugan comes to the plate. A chopper to short. That could be 2. Step on second. Over to first by Fagan. That's a good double play by Fagan. 6-3 on the double play. 2 outs. And it'll bring up Carson Moore. That was just tailor-made right to the shortstop. Almost got through his glove, but he made sure he had it, stepped on the bag, and it was an easy throw to first base. Over to Vandenbrink to record the double play. 2 outs, and here is Carson Moore, who was lined out and got a 2-run single. And he takes a breaking pitch, which is a beauty, in there for a strike. Justin Dugan out of UC Riverside. Riverside. Line drive, foul ball down the third base line. I'm going to say something crazy like the Highlanders or something, but no, I think that's somebody else. Come on, Luke. Give it to me. Riverside. UC Riverside. 0-2 on Carson Moore. Line drive, 1 hop to the shortstop, Fagan. Takes his time, throws to first, and gets him by a half step. They are the Highlanders. There you go. And their mascot is Scotty Highlander. Not a great name for a mascot. Hey, there's our mascot, Scotty. Padres score once in the 4th. We go to the 5th. They're on top 10-4.
Hey, baseball fans, you may have noticed our scoreboard goes out from time to time. You can help us get a new one. Give $20 and get a chance at winning 2 tickets to some of the region's biggest events, like the Outlaw Festival with Willie Nelson, Bob Dylan, and John Mellencamp, a Sacramento Kings game, or Ringling Brothers Circus. All proceeds benefit the Big Swing Capital Campaign. You can buy now at friendsofmcbean.org.
Hey everyone, this is Alex with the Downtown Lincoln Association. We're super excited to kick off Lincoln Loves Local, a new campaign designed to spotlight amazing businesses that make Lincoln so unique. We partnered with Dalila from UN Social Agency to create short, high-quality videos that help boost your visibility and reach right here in the Lincoln community. Each video will be shared on DLA's social media and newsletter, making it easy for locals to discover and support your business. So let's celebrate what makes Lincoln special together.
Lincoln provides all the charm of a small town, yet still provides access to excellent local medical care. At Lincoln Urgent Care, you can find expert services and a compassionate staff available 7 days a week. Our friendly front desk staff will welcome you when you come into our brand new facility. Your wait time will be minimal at our walk-in clinic, unlike the emergency room. From broken bones and lacerations to allergies, flu shots, and illnesses, we treat a variety of urgent medical conditions. What sets us apart is not just our central location in Lincoln, but the convenience of our extended hours, including weekends. We've become Lincoln's first choice for urgent care because we treat patients of all ages for a variety of conditions and take most insurances. We're proud to be an approved provider for veterans and welcome in our military patients.
From our family to yours, we're here when you need us.
Top of inning number 5. Padres lead at 10-4. Adam Enyart's the first batter. He is the first batter in the Farmers' 5th, which means if he makes an out, everybody here is eligible for half off on Farmers Brewing Company products down at the Brick and Barrel Backyard Bar and Grill. Grill pending. Brody Coxon in his 3rd inning. He delivers that one high. Adam is a single and grounded to 3rd, so he is 1 for 2. Came in at 375 with a trio of home runs on the season. That one is a little too high. Matt Lundgren, the general manager, walking by. And again, I can't think that it's a coincidence that the ball kid's last name is Lundgren. I hope there's nothing untoward going on there. That one is ball 3. I don't think Brody has gone more than 2 innings so far this summer. So Eli Garcia probably keeping a close eye on his left-hander, who delivers one right down the middle for a strike. Got a pitcher stretching down in the Crabs bullpen, not throwing yet, doing that stretching the band thing. You know, back in the day, you got up and you threw the ball. That's inside, ball 4. You just got up when it was your turn to pitch, and you got up and you threw the ball. Now you got to stretch and everything, and I support that. I don't want anybody getting injured. Now, Enyard gets the base on balls, and so the quirk that Willie puts in this contest, though, is if Adam is forced at second or thrown out on the bases at any time before the end of the inning, he is still the Farmers batter and still counts. So a strike is called on Harrington, who's making his first appearance. He came on, Harrington out of Stanford came on to take the place of Cassis when he was injured back in the 3rd inning. So Harrington chops it down to 3rd. That's a fair ball. Oilers going to go to 1st. Strong throw to get him moving to 2nd as Enyard. So Harrington grounds out, and that will bring up Jamie Mullen. Third baseman has walked and scored a run back in the 2nd, then flied to left in the 3rd. Hit a line drive into left center field, which Mays Madsen made a real nice play on to rob him of a potential base hit. He's up here with a runner at 2nd and 1 out in the 5th. Coxon's first pitch is outside. 1 ball and no strikes. Eli Burnham, the catcher, comes after Jamie Mullen. Crabs won last night's inaugural game of the series 3-2 and a nail-biter all the way. That one is a strike, 1-1. Tomorrow is the rubber match of the series, 6:35. It is dollar beer night and half off general admission, so reason to come out here. And Saturday, when the Marysville Giants come to town, 1-1 pitch is a big breaking ball that's too high. Piper's birthday, which is always a very festive occasion in these parts, because part of it is figuring out who's going to come and honor him, what other mascots in the mascot union is going to come honor him. We've had, I think Slamson even came out one year, I think. I might have dreamt that, though. That is off the glove of the catcher. He's going to throw it back to second base, but not in time. Enyard was really thinking about it, but fortunately for Adam, he had enough time to get back as Ethan Johnson threw behind him. More importantly for the Potters, 3-1 count now, and a 6-run lead. You don't want to be losing batters to base on balls. We have activity, or have had activity in the pen for your Lincoln Potters, as Coxon is in his 3rd inning of work. Brody delivers, and it's hit foul down the left field line. And fortunately for the Potters, that one was hit very well. According to the TrackMan, 200 miles an hour off the bat. That one was hit well. Might have been an exaggeration. Full count. 1 out here in the 5th. Breaking ball, swung on and missed. That's a nice pitch right there. And got Mullen on strikes. Came in with the right pitch at the right time and located it perfectly. And that'll bring up Eli Burnham. Eli is singled, and then he singled. So 2 for 2 with a run scored for the catcher out of UC Davis. He's got Enyard out at second base, but now 2 outs in the inning. Fastball misses outside, 88 from Brody. out of Granite Bay, California, went to Del Oro High School, and is headed to the University of Arkansas, the Razorbacks, which is a very good mascot. Kind of close to the Timberhogs. I don't need any noise. Luke, thank you so much for trying to add to the broadcast. That's fouled off, back to the screen. Which reminds me of, was it yesterday or the day before, E, when you had 17 balls almost hit your camera and your blood pressure shot up? Yeah, yesterday was a tough day for you, man. No wonder you had that dog today. I wouldn't have blamed you. It was, it was nerve-wracking, to be sure. Swing and a miss on the fastball at 87, 1-2. Now on Eli Burnham. Just the third game of the season for Eli. He is 2 for 2 in this one. Outfield pretty much straight away and pretty deep on Eli, especially in left field. Popped out right side. Brody Dobson is thinking about it, but he's not Spider-Man, so he will not get it. That's down there by the Brick and Barrel Backyard Bar and Grill, or a good place to get a beer bar. Either one works. Nolan Murphy, the assistant to everybody, walking around. He has that look on his face like, someday this is all going to be mine. I like that. I like that attitude. Ambition on that boy, ambition. 1-2. Swing and a miss. Pulled the string again. And Brody Coxon was a little bit impressed by his own pitch there. He's done watched it. Couple of strikeouts. We'll go to the bottom of the fifth. Potters on top 10-4.
Buy a personalized brick for you, your loved ones, or your business, and show everyone your commitment to Lincoln baseball. Framed and engraved by our own Lincoln High Ag program students, your brick will be featured on unique movable brick walls. Find your name in the stadium entrance for the 2024 and 2025 seasons. Then visit your brick in its permanent home inside the stadium. Bricks can be purchased here for $250. Get it now at friendsofmcbean.org.
I'm Bill Spear, North Valley president of Five Star Bank. In a time when business can feel so uncertain, we're here for you every step of the way.
I know they have a lot of bells and whistles within their bank, but just the relationship piece here locally on the business side is huge for us.
5 Star treats us like we're number one. They're right there with suggestions, with help. So I have to bank with people that have our mission in mind.
We're Five Star Bank. How can we help you?
Hi, Bill Evans, president of the Placer County Association of Realtors. We're in our store, our conference facilities, an amazing team that helps keep together an amazing organization. And we thank them all.
This organization can't do what it does and can't run the way it runs without the help of so many members volunteering their time.
The success of the Placer County Association of Realtors is largely dependent on our active volunteer members to help our organization and industry. The work of our committees greatly impacts our ability to champion efforts across the board and giving back to the Placer County community wherever we can.
Like all service organizations, I wanted to serve. And getting involved with the affiliate committee was the perfect way to do that.
I love being able to serve my community with my business friends and other leaders and give back to those who are in need.
The thing I love about the PCAR committees is they all work toward the same goal of bringing the community together to support those.
Bottom of the fifth inning. Blake Duggan back out on the mound for a line drive for Cash Brennan, right to the first baseman, Vandenbrink. So Dugan out there for his third inning. He finished the third, and he went to the fourth, and now the fifth. He got the line drive from Brennan. And he'll go with Brady Dobson now. He struck out and singled, has Brady Dobson. Both of those happened in the third inning as the Potters scored 9. Brady takes outside for a ball out of Lincoln High down in Stockton and Cal State Fullerton. He's followed by Ethan Johnson for the Potters here in the fifth. Brady takes down low, 2-0. Hits that one right back up the middle very slowly, though. Here comes Fagan over to first, and he gets him. That's a really nice play by the shortstop, Joe Fagan. Out there, he's made a couple of them tonight. 2 outs quickly here in the bottom of the fifth, and here's Ethan Johnson, who has a double and an RBI single. He started the rally back in the third with that double, 1-out double over the head of the left fielder. Potters eventually scored 9 times in the inning. So Ethan came in at .333. He picked up his 6th run batted in the third inning, his 2nd at bat in the inning. So he had a pretty good inning, really. And he'll take a ball outside from Dugan. Out of San Jose, California, University of Missouri. And Ethan takes that one for a strike. The fastball at 86 from Justin. I think I keep calling him Blake. It's Justin Dugan. He went around on that one. An off-speed pitch from Justin. 1-2. Bottom of the fifth inning, Potters on top 10-4. Swings and misses. Good inning for Dugan. 1, 2, 3. We go to the 6th. Potters 10 and the Crabs 4.
This organization can't do what it does and can't run the way it runs without the help of so many members volunteering their time.
The success of the Placer County Association of Realtors is largely dependent on our active volunteer members to help our organization and industry. The work of our committees greatly impacts our ability to champion efforts across the board and giving back to the Placer County community wherever we can.
Like all service organizations, I wanted to serve. And getting involved with the affiliate committee was the perfect way to do that.
I love being able to serve my community with my business friends and other leaders and give back to those who are in need.
The thing I love about the PCAR committees is they all work toward the same goal of bringing the community together to support those in need in our surrounding area.
I instantly came to the meeting and had a wonderful time, felt like I was a part of something bigger, and it was just the start of my leadership journey.
Gooseport Public House. We have sports on 10 big screen TVs, 23 beer taps with classics and crafts, a full bar with creative craft mixed drinks, live music, and most importantly, great fresh food. In downtown Roseville off Vernon Street, only 15 minutes from the ballpark. See ya at Gooseport.
Potters fans want to keep restoring and renovating historic McBean Stadium? Now you can become a member of Friends of McBean. Annual membership start at $50. Become a member now at friendsofmcbean.org.
This job is the Esplanade Turkey Creek phases 4 and 5. Our scope of work for this project is full scope, so we've got all the underground, all the joint trench, and all the top side included with it. We're putting in sewer pipe, manholes. We're not doing services yet. We go through and do all the main line, and then we come back and do all the services after that.
Top of the 6th, new battery for the Lincoln Potters. Behind the plate now, Cooper Smith, and on the mound is Alex Krosno. And he will take on Joe Fagan, Daniel Osborne, and Tyler Howard. 8, 9, and 1 for the Humboldt Crabs, who scored 4 runs in the second. And the Potters came back furiously with 9 in the third and 1 in the fourth. And the fastball by Krosno at 93 is a strike. Fourth pitcher, Brody Cox, in 3 innings, 1 hit, 2 walks, 3 strikeouts, no runs. So good job by the left-hander, headed for Arkansas. Krosno's fastball. 1 ball and 1 strike. Joe Fagan out of University of Portland has made a couple of excellent plays out at shortstop tonight. At the plate, he has sacrificed and struck out. Hits that one sharply on 1 hop to shortstop. Brennan takes his time across the diamond, and he'll get him at first base. Shortstop to shortstop for the first out here in the 6th, and Daniel Osborne, a left fielder who has been hit by a pitch and grounded to second, will be the hitter. Osborne hitting .361, 13 runs batted in on the summer. Chops it out towards second. Carson Moore on the big hop. Take his time, and he'll go to first for the out. So 2 up and 2 down in orderly fashion here in the top of the 6th inning. And we'll go back to the top of the lineup with Tyler Howard. Tyler has grounded to short, had a 2-run single, and grounded to short again. Well, he can't get a 2-run single, so I'll have to find another way to keep that symmetry going. 1 for 3. 1 for 3 last night with a run batted in. So 3 runs batted in this series so far for Tyler Howard. Krosno's fastball is in there for a strike at 93. Consistently hitting that number on the gun in his first inning of work. Ballantyne started, had to leave after an inning. Then Troy Olson pitched to second. Cox in the 3rd, 4th, and 5th, and now Alex Krosno. Throws the breaking ball, gets the strike call. 0-2. No balls, 2 strikes. Swing and a miss. That's a fine inning by the newcomer. 1, 2, 3. We go to the bottom of the 6th. Potter's still on top, 10-4.
This organization can't do what it does and can't run the way it runs without the help of so many members volunteering their time.
The success of the Placer County Association of Realtors is largely dependent on our active volunteer members to help our organization and industry. The work of our committees greatly impacts our ability to champion efforts across the board and giving back to the Placer County community wherever we can.
Like all service organizations, I wanted to serve. And getting involved with the affiliate committee was the perfect way to do that.
I love being able to serve my community with my business friends and other leaders and give back to those who are in need.
The thing I love about the PCAR committees is they all work toward the same goal of bringing the community together to support those in need in our surrounding area.
I instantly came to the meeting and had a wonderful time, felt like I was a part of something bigger, and it was just the start of my leadership journey.
fans want to keep restoring and renovating historic McBean Stadium? Now you can become a member of Friends of McBean. Annual membership start at $50. Become a member now at friendsofmcbean.org.
Bottom of the sixth inning, new pitcher for the Crabs. It's number 28, Bryson Shelp. He is the third pitcher. Lukens went the first 2 1/3, then Dugan 2 2/3. Justin gave up 2 hits and 2 runs. One of those was not earned. Here is Luke Euler. Will start us off against Bryson Shelp, who looks to be about 6'4", and delivers outside for a ball. Euler has singled and grounded to first. Takes that one for a strike. Luke came in at 297 with 10 runs batted in. He picked up his 11th back in the third inning. That sails outside. 2-1. First fastball at 88 by Shelp. Luke takes a strike. 2-2. Jordy Lopez to follow, then Mays Madsen. 9-1-2 for the Potters in the sixth. 9 in the third, 1 in the fourth for Lincoln. That one sails outside again. Count goes full on Luke Euler out of Rockland, California. This is pretty close here. And he'll take the ball 4. Euler works the walk off the new pitcher. He's at first base to lead off the bottom of the sixth inning. And Jordy Lopez, who is grounded to short, singled, and fly to right. Jordy came in at an even 500. So he needs a hit now to keep that going. 12 runs batted in for the center fielder out of Elk Grove, California. That's a strike. 0-1. Tomorrow, 6:35, the same two teams, third game of the series. $1 draft beer, 12-ounce draft beers for $1. Also, half off general admission. So, a couple good reasons to make it on over here. Dancing off at first was Euler, so you're going to get Bryson to step off and reset the runner over at first base. Saturday and Sunday, the opposition's the Marysville Giants. That's inside. Saturday night, 7:05, Piper's birthday, and then Sunday at 6:05. Of course, Military Appreciation Day like every Sunday. One ball, one strike on Jordy Lopez. Euler bouncing around. He's not going, and the pitch is high. 2-1. All the fancy seats right there behind the backstop, down the first and third base line, are all full. People love those seats. That's ball 3. Including Karen Russell, who gave me a message and told Willie, hey, your music's really good today. And Willie said, thank you. He's been scrambling his computer. Evan had to fix his computer for him, give him some very involved fix. That is strike 2 on Jordy Lopez. Evan, I did not know, was an IT guy, but is, a lot of talent. Just keep the camera going. That's the one talent we need. The other ones, we can get by without him. Full count. Euler goes. Grounded down to third base. Handled down there by Mullen. Across the diamond. Nice play by Mullen to get Lopez by a step. Euler by virtue of going on the pitch, he'll be all right at second base. 1 out now in the inning. And Mace Matson, who was grounded to short and had a bunt single and been hit by a pitch. So he's got a couple of really amazing plays. First of all, the bunt single was an RBI back in the 3rd inning. Then he was hit by a pitch, stole second. The ball got into center field, so he took 3rd. And then they were a little bit slow getting the ball back in the infield, so he just kept going and scored a run. Kind of Little League style when you think about it. I kind of liked it. Swings and misses at that one, and it's 0-1. Out of St. George, Utah, and Utah Tech University. Same college as Cooper Smith, the catcher for the Potters. Tonight, the Trailblazers, that's their mascot. He takes a strike. Nice pitch right there by Bryson Chump. 0-2 quickly on Mays Madsen with Aiden Diome to follow. Hit right back up the middle, but Fagan is playing right there. Joe guns it to first and gets him by a step. And moving to third is Euler. Maybe if Luke isn't at second base, maybe the shortstop's playing a little bit further over, and that's a base hit. But hit well, just handled by Fagan at shortstop. So 2 outs, runner at third, and Aiden Diome, who has a single, a walk, and a fly out. Flied out in the 1st inning, hit the ball very hard, and then he dropped a single in front of the center fielder in the 3rd and walked in the 4th. 2 outs here in the 6th, and he's got Euler down at 3rd. Schultz misses outside. 1-0. Quincy Malbrough is next. Grounder down to first, handled by Vandenbrink. He's got the pitcher covering, flips it to him, and gets him by a step at first. So a good inning for the new pitcher. We go to the 7th. Potters on top 10-4.
Hey, baseball fans, you may have noticed our scoreboard goes out from time to time. You can help us get a new one. Give $20 and get a chance at winning 2 tickets to some of the region's biggest events, like the Outlaw Festival with Willie Nelson, Bob Dylan, and John Mellencamp, a Sacramento Kings game, or Ringling Brothers Circus. All proceeds benefit the Big Swing Capital Campaign. You can buy now at friendsofmcbean.org.
Hey everyone, this is Alex with the Downtown Lincoln Association. We're super excited to kick off Lincoln Loves Local, a new campaign designed to spotlight amazing businesses that make Lincoln so unique. We partnered with Dalila from UN Social Agency to create short, high-quality videos that help boost your visibility and reach right here in the Lincoln community. Each video will be shared on DLA's social media and newsletter, making it easy for locals to discover and support your business. So let's celebrate what makes Lincoln special together.
Lincoln provides all the charm of a small town, yet still provides access to excellent local medical care. At Lincoln Urgent Care, you can find expert services and a compassionate staff available 7 days a week. A friendly front desk staff will welcome you when you come into our brand new facility. Your wait time will be minimal at our walk-in clinic, unlike the emergency room. From broken bones and lacerations to allergies, flu shots, and illnesses, we treat a variety of urgent medical conditions. What sets us apart is not just our central location in Lincoln, but the convenience of our extended hours, including weekends. We've become Lincoln's first choice for urgent care because we treat patients of all ages for a variety of conditions and take most insurances. We're proud to be an approved provider for veterans and welcome in our military patients.
Top of inning number 7, 10-4 Potters. Alex Krosno back out for his 2nd inning of work. Colton Boardman will start us off, then Ryan Vandenbrink. And Adam Enyard. First pitch is down the middle for a strike. Boardman is grounded out. He is hit into a fielder's choice and walked. And he'll take that one a little bit inside, 1-1. Krosno with a couple of groundouts and a strikeout in his first inning in the 6th. Trying to protect the lead for Brody Coxon, the 3rd Potters pitcher, who went 3 innings, gave up just 1 hit and no runs. That one's a strike on the inside corner. at 91 from Alex. So it's 1-2 now on Boardman. Swings and fouls it off, the product of Cal State and Northridge. Stays alive at 1-2. Cooper Smith behind the plate for the Potters. Luke Euler's down at third. Cash Brennan at short. Carson Moore at second. Brady Dobson at first. Madsen, Lopez, and Malbrough in the outfield. Krosno's pitches outside. Two and two on Colton Boardman. Chopper down to first base. Big hop for Brady Dobson. Plays it perfectly and records the out at first base. And will bring up Ryan Vandenbrink, who is the dueling dogs batter today but hasn't responded very well. He's got a couple of hits and a ground out to shortstop. So he's been disappointing thirsty fans all night long. But, you know, I mean, it's a wine and wiener Wednesday, so you get the beer, you go toward the wine, you got half-price sangria, you got $2 off wine pours. So, I mean, you get enough stuff, but it'd be nice to reward them. A thirsty fan out there, it's the 7th inning. Hey, I need one more beer, you know, before I go home. Let's make it a half-price one. Well, we won't because it's a ground ball up the middle for a base hit. So 4 strikeouts last night, 3 hits tonight. That's basically baseball, and that'll bring up Adam Enyard. Enyard singled, grounded out, and walked. So Adam. You can't be right all the time, Luke. Okay. Enyard fouls that one back to the screen. 1 out, 1 on here in the top of the 7th. Alex Krosno, the 4th pitcher for the Potters tonight. He allows his first hit, and that's the first hit since the 3rd inning for the Crabs. Got a couple of walks, but no hits since the 3rd. That one just outside. 1-1. They had 6 hits through the first 3 innings, and nothing since then until the Vandenbrink single up the middle here in the 7th. Short lead at first. Enyard, a big chopper out to second. They're going to tag the runner and throw to first, and they got him. A double play. Carson Moore, like a magician, pulls that one out of the sky, tags the runner, and guns it to first. That's defense, folks. We'll stretch it out. Go to the bottom of the 7th. Potters on top, 10-4.
Hey, Potters fans, want to keep restoring and renovating historic McBean Stadium? Now you can become a member of Friends of McBean. Annual membership start at $50. Become a member now at friendsofmcbean.org.
When it comes to your home's maintenance and repairs, Jeffers Resource Group has you covered. Our handyman services offer a comprehensive range of expertise, from minor carpentry to drywall, electrical and flooring for property managers, landlords, and renters alike. We ensure that every job is completed to the highest standards, so you can have peace of mind. Contact us today to discover how Jeffers Resource Group can help keep your home in top shape.
labor is rising. And now you understand where we came from, what solidarity means, and what we have ahead of us. No one's going to defend us but us. No one's going to help construction workers.
Bottom of inning number 7. Bryson Shelp back out there on the mound for the Humboldt Crabs, and he'll face Quincy Malbrough, then Carson Moore and Cash Brennan. 4, 5, and 6 here for the Potters. Shelp, the third pitcher for Humboldt, and his first pitch is ripped down to third on a hop. Mullen comes up with it, and over to first. A nice scoop over there by Vandenbrink, and a quick out to Quincy Malbrough here in the 7th. He had a couple of hits in this game, hit into a double play, and now grounded out. He scored once and driven in 2, has Quincy, putting his total for the season at a dozen RBI. Here's Carson Moore, who just pulled off that magician-like double play at second base. He is lined out, had a 2-run single, and grounded to short. Lines that one foul down the left field line and out of play over the grassy knoll. 0-1 on Carson. Hitting .371 coming in. Picked up his 8th and 9th RBI back in the 3rd inning. Lines it. What a play at third by Mullen. Diving to his right, about head high, makes the play and robs Moore of a base hit, probably a double. Perfect play right there by Jamie Mullen at third out of Sac State. And here's here's Cash Brennan. Moore hit that one and was looking down the line, was thinking, I got second on this. And then Mullen said, no, you don't. Sorry, son, but no, you don't. Cash swings and misses. He is grounded into a double play. He's reached on an error and lined out to first base. He's had a couple of line outs in his first 2 appearances as a Potter. He was 1 for 5 in last night's game. Swings and fouls that one back to the screen. And it's quickly 0-2 on Cash Brennan. Had reports of Tyler Vargas loosening up for the Potters out of Wagner University. Cash takes outside 1-2. From Rockland, California, headed to the University of Arizona is Cash Brennan. Brother Peyton is a Potters legend, played at UCLA. There's a soft grounder foul. Well, that's a fine how do you do. Word from around the PEL. West Coast Kings beat Healdsburg. I always love anybody beating Healdsburg, but that's hey, the West Coast Kings are always a team to be reckoned with. That's a big win by them. Potters need to get this win, and they'd be 1-1, and so would the Crabs, and so would the Prune Packers, and so would the Kings, because the Packers won last night. So there you go. That's into the hole, into left field, a base hit. Mullen said, I think I can get that one, too. You can't spoil everybody's joy, Mr. Mullen. As Brennan has his first hit of the night, and Brady Dobson, who struck out, singled, and grounded to short, will be our hitter. Out of Lincoln High down in Stockton and Cal State Fullerton, Mr. Brady Dobson, 318 coming in. He's 1 for 3 tonight. Scored a run back in the 3rd in that 9-run inning when seemingly every Potter scored a run. Throw over to first base is a little bit too high. Fortunately for Cash, because I think he was a little bit off the bag over there. Might have been a close play. Had the throw been more accurate and precise. That one's hit on the short left center field. It is down for a base hit. Brennan falls down. He had it in the throw behind him. The tag, he is out at second base. Brennan was going to third, fell down, and he couldn't get back. A good throw from the center fielder, Tyler Howard, and that'll end the bottom of the seventh. We go to the eighth. Potter's still on top, 10-4.
Hey, baseball fans, you may have noticed our scoreboard goes out from time to time. You can help us get a new one. Give $20 and get a chance at winning 2 tickets to some of the region's biggest events, like the Outlaw Festival with Willie Nelson, Bob Dylan, and John Mellencamp, a Sacramento Kings game, or Ringling Brothers Circus. All proceeds benefit the Big Swing Capital Campaign. You can buy now at friendsofmcbean.org.
Hey everyone, this is Alex with the Downtown Lincoln Association. We're super excited to kick off Lincoln Loves Local, a new campaign designed to spotlight amazing businesses that make Lincoln so unique. We partnered with Dalila from UN Social Agency to create short, high-quality videos that help boost your visibility and reach right here in the Lincoln community. Each video will be shared on DLA's social media and newsletter, making it easy for locals to discover and support your business. So let's celebrate what makes Lincoln special together.
Lincoln provides all the charm of a small town, yet still provides...
If you're in need of a seasoned DUI attorney, contact the law office of Samuel D. Burns, Incorporated. We are familiar with the laws surrounding your case, and we will work diligently to minimize the negative impact following a DUI charge. With a proven track record, Sam Burns works on your behalf to provide a positive outcome. He's been able to save his clients' driver's licenses and negotiate more favorable terms. Visit our website.
So many local businesses trust Wizix Technology Group when it comes to their office technology. Wizix is a full-service, locally owned company with exceptional service, supplies, and support, which guarantees quick delivery and response times. Copiers, printers, scanners, business phone systems, EV charging, document management, and more. Join the ever-growing list of local businesses and win with Wizix, the largest independent provider in the Valley. Wizix, office technology made easy.
Potters fans, want to keep restoring and renovating historic McBean Stadium? Now you can become a member of Friends of McBean. Annual membership start at $50. Become a member now at friendsofmcbean.org.
Top of inning number 8, Mark the Phantom Low along with the Big E on the controls. It'll be, I don't know who it'll be, ladies and gentlemen. I think it'll be Alex Harrington, though. New pitcher is Tyler Vargas out of Rancho Cordova in California, and Wagner College, which is not in California, I don't believe. They are the Seahawks. So here's Harrington. He came on in the fifth inning, or came on in the third inning because Casas had to leave the game with an injury, and Harrington has hit once in the fifth inning and grounded to third. That was off Brody Coxon. Vargas, the fifth pitcher for the Potters tonight. Harrington, big chopper to third, waits for it as Euler. Euler quickly over to first base for the out. I'll bring up Jamie Mullen, who is somewhat of a wizard in the infield himself. He made an incredible diving stop to rob Euler of a hit in the last inning. Jamie walked and scored in the second, and flied to left in the third and struck out in the fifth. Crosno, 2 innings, 1 hit, 1 strikeout, and that's it. Faced the minimum as the Potters turn to double play in the seventh. That one is on the corner for a strike. Pops out of the glove of Cooper Smith, who's behind the plate. Eli Burnham scheduled next. No balls in 1 strike. I think that might be swing and a miss. Might be Jason Areola in the on-deck circle. So it is Jason Areola in the on-deck circle, number 35. Mulla now. Chopper down to third. That's a foul ball. Luke went to pick up the backhand, but he let it go because it was a foul ball, so you don't make that play. 0-2 on Jamie Mullen out of Sacramento State University. Playing over at third base for the Humboldt Crabs tonight. Cedar Klein is in the bullpen. Number 44 for Humboldt. Vargas delivers. That's hit high up in the air to left center field. Moving over is Lopez. Madsen in left will make the catch. So 2 outs quickly here in the 8th inning. And going to get a pinch hitter, it looks like, for Burnham. It'll be number 35, Jason Areola. Oh, my bad. Well, Eli's a right-handed hitter, so I think it's Jason. He skies one out to left field. Madsen going over into foul territory, and Mays makes the play. Nicely done. The pinch hitter is retired for the 3rd out in the 8th. We go to the bottom of inning number 8. Potters on top 10-4.
Start at $50. Become a member now at friendsofmcbean.org.
This job is the Esplanade at Turkey Creek phases 4 and 5. Our scope of work for this project is full scope, so we've got all the underground, all the joint trench, and all the top side included with it. We're putting in sewer pipe, manholes. We're not doing services yet. We go through and do all the main line, and then we come back and do all the services after that. I would say this project right here, the one we're working on, is probably about a 2-month project. It's very costly to the developer, so beating the schedule is very important, more important than most projects. It's got a lot of groundwater, so we've got an extensive groundwater pump system in place. It's just cool to be a part of the built environment and know that for the next 100 years that people are going to use and enjoy what we've created here today.
Going into the bottom of the 8th inning, Cedar Klein, number 44, is the new pitcher. Jason Areola takes over behind the plate after hitting for Eli Burnham. And let's see who the hitter for the Potters will be. It looks like it's going to be Cooper Smith, who came in for Ethan Johnson back in the 6th inning. Areola going out to talk to Klein, getting the signal straight here in the bottom of the 8th. Potters up 10-4. All the scoring early. Crabs had 4 in the 2nd. Potters came back with 9 in the 3rd and a single one from Mays Madsen in the 4th. And that has been the scoring so far. Every other half inning got big zeros up there. So Smith and then Euler and Lopez for the Potters here in the 8th. That is a strike. Luke Euler's dad was singing between innings. The Friends in Low Places one. Wow, he was great. Well done, Senior Euler. And I guess that one pitch was not to their liking signals-wise. Yeah, that's at 35. That's Areola, the new catcher. Having an earnest discussion out there where Eli Garcia goes out and talks to the home plate umpire. And we've got everything straightened out on the mound, it seems, so we will continue on with the bottom of the 8th inning here from McBean Stadium. I am Mark the Phantom Lowe. That is Evan, Big E on the controls. We've had a lot of contributions from Luke Stoutwalker today. Also, Mad Max has been really kind of restrained, which I appreciate. JPL has been good today. And Willie Preston has been all over the place. He's had crisis after crisis he's had to deal with, and he's done it flawlessly. And he's got commendations from the crowd on his music and everything. So what a day it's been. That is a ball. 1-1 on Cooper Smith from Coeur d'Alene, Idaho, and Utah Tech University. Still got some cowbells working out there. Hope Fat Cat had a good night on a Wiener Wednesday. Saboris to Mexico down there. They ran out. It was Taco Tuesday yesterday, so they have to, they needed some time to rest as that pitch is outside. It's 2-1 on Cooper Smith. Lying down the left field line, but that's a foul ball down into the bullpen area of the Crabs and the grassy knoll down there. 2-2 now on Cooper Smith. Potters trying to bounce back from last night when they dropped a 3-2 decision to these same Humboldt Crabs. These two teams will play again tomorrow. Cooper takes outside. 6:35 first pitch. Half price general admission. $1 12-ounce draft beers. That's all I need to say. That's really all there is to it. The money you save buying a ticket will get you 4 or 5 beers. I don't know what the price is, but it's a good deal. That is inside ball 4. Cooper goes down to first base with the base on balls, and here's Luke Euler. He is singled, grounded to first, and walked. So here is Mr. Euler, who was hitting .297 coming in. He picked up an RBI in the third, his 11th of the summer. And he's now got a runner down at first base in the person of Cooper Smith. Klein's pitch is in the dirt. It's going to bounce all the way back to the backstop and will allow Mr. Smith to go down to second base. Klein, the fourth pitcher. Lucan started, then Duggan and Shelp. And now Cedar Klein. So in scoring position is Cooper Smith. Jordy Lopez, the top of the order, follows him. That's lifted foul out of play. Evens it up at 1-1 strike, and it's good to see the patrons still availing themselves of the $2 hot dog opportunity today. It's never too late for hot dogs, which I think is one of their national slogans, or if it isn't, it should be. Maybe people have hot dogs as hangover cures. I don't think so. I don't know. You wouldn't know. I know that, Evan. I'm not trying to trick you in anything or anything like that. You go, oh, yeah, that's what I use. No, I know that's not true. You're a Bella Vista Bronco. Now, I'm not going to say what I'm thinking when you come back after a year or two at Cal Poly. Then it might be, But you strike me as a studious, serious type. Sometimes. 1-2 now to Luke. Fouls it off. Umpire says, I don't have a lot of baseball. I need some baseballs over there, fellas. Can we take care of that? Good week of weather out here. Very nice weather to watch some baseball and enjoy some tremendous food and drink specials. 1-2. Swing and a miss. You're going to have to make it official by throwing it down to first, which Ariola does. And Euler is out on strikes. That'll bring up Jordy Lopez. The Padres center fielder is grounded to short, singled, fly to right, and grounded to third. Jordy out of Elk Grove, California. 500 coming into the game. On the summer, he has been just as good as that number indicates. Also got a win on the mound. He's made a couple of pitching appearances. Hits that one really well to right field. If it stays fair, it is gone. A home run. Jordy Lopez right down the right field line. A 2-run home run, and the Padres are on top 12-4. So Lopez gets rid of one in a hurry down the right field line. Padres put 2 more up on the board. It's a 12-4 ball game, and the batter is Mays Madsen. That was just as pure as it gets. Just 103 miles an hour off the bat, 325 feet to right field, right where you want to put it. Perfectly placed. Madsen, the single, been hit by a pitch and grounded to short twice. Takes inside. Jackson Norton on deck to bat for Aiden Diome. Madsen hits it into the hole. What a play at second base. Throw to first and got him. What a play. That's Colton Boardman at second base, and I thought that one was in right field. Boardman comes in and makes the play and robs Madsen of a base hit. And here's Jackson Norton making his first appearance in a while. The young man out of Sacramento, California, and St. Mary's College. Norton pinch hitting here with 2 outs in the 8th inning. Padres scored twice in the inning on the Lopez home run. Klein's fastball, good looking pitch outside, 85 miles an hour. If Norton reaches, and Quincy Malbrough scheduled next. Norton swings and misses at that off speed. 1-1 on Jackson. Inside, and inside enough that it hit him on the knee and bounced all the way over the on-deck batter. So Norton is hit by a pitch. And Quincy Malbrough will get another chance. He singled his first 2 times, hit into a double play in the 4th, and then grounded to third in the 7th. Quincy came in at 471, picked up RBI number 11 and 12 in that 9-run 3rd inning. Norton looks to be okay, so Jackson will take his place at first base. And Quincy Malbrough getting another shot here. but Jack from Papa's Coffee Company making it down the stairs, swinging a miss. Says, I've seen enough. I think we got this one in the bag. 0-1 on Quincy. Carson Moore scheduled next if Quincy keeps the bottom of the 8th going. Already 2 runs across on the Lopez homer. Misses outside with that one. Quincy Malbrough out of Loomis, California, Purdue University. Takes outside, 2-1. Lugans went the first 2 and a third innings for Humboldt, then Dugan 2 2/3, Shelp 2 innings, and now Cedar Klein comes on for the 8th inning. Norton with the lead at first. 2-1 pitch on the way to Malbrough. Quincy takes the strike, 2-2. Outfield straight away, medium deep for Quincy Malbrough. Don't think Quincy has a home run this year yet, but he does have, as we said, 12 runs batted in now. Perrin Bland leads the team with 17. Not in the lineup tonight. Had 2 hits last night. Swing and a miss. Gonna have to make it official at first base, and they do. And we'll go to the 9th inning. The Potters on top now, 12-4.
This organization can't do what it does and can't run the way it runs without the help of so many members volunteering their time.
The success of the Placer County Association of Realtors is largely dependent on our active volunteer members to help our organization and industry. The work of our committees greatly impacts our ability to champion efforts across the board and giving back to the Placer County community wherever we can.
Like all service organizations, I wanted to serve. And getting involved with the affiliate committee was the perfect way to do that.
I love being able to serve my community with my business friends and other leaders and give back to those who are in need.
The thing I love about the PCAR committees is they all work toward the same goal of bringing the community together to support those in need in our surrounding area.
I instantly came to the meeting and had a wonderful time, felt like I was a part of something bigger, and it was just the start of my leadership journey.
Gooseport Public House. We have sports on 10 big screen TVs, 23 beer taps with classics and crafts, a full bar with creative craft mixed drinks, live music, and most importantly, great fresh food. In downtown Roseville off Vernon Street, only 15 minutes from the ballpark. See ya at Gooseport.
Top of inning number 9 from McBean Stadium. We have a pinch hitter, Mikey Pickett, taking over for Joe Fagan. Joe was 0 for 2 with a sacrifice while he was in there. Mikey comes to us from Fresno State University, and he will lead it off against Noah Madsen, the 6th pitcher for the Potters. like Kyron Humphreys on deck to pinch hit for Daniel Osborne. So 1-0 is Noah Madsen, the new pitcher. Chopper out towards short, waiting for the hop is Brennan, and he throws across the diamond, scooped up by Brady Dobson for the first down. And Kyron Humphreys will make his first appearance. He comes to us from Youngstown State University. Wearing number 8 in batting for Daniel Osborne. Tyler Howard is scheduled next. Ballantyne, Yeltsin, Coxon, Krosno, Vargas, and now Madsen for the Potters. And starting in the third inning with Coxon, they have just been sensational. Humphreys takes a cut and misses it. 89-mile-an-hour fastball from Noah Madsen. That one is in the dirt, scooped up by Cooper Smith. Evens the count up at 1-1. Potters fell down early in this one, 4-0. Made the big comeback in the third. Humphrey swings and misses with a 9-run third inning. Biggest inning they've had in quite some time. And they're looking to even their record at 1-1 in PEL play on a night where the West Coast Kings beat the Healdsburg Prune Packers to bring those two teams to 1-1. Giants are taking on the Mudcats, I think, in the other series. Mudcats won yesterday. Humphrey swings and misses. That ball gets away, though. He's going to be able to make it to first base. The throw, not in time. So it's a strikeout and an error on the catcher, I think, on that one, because that was a perfect play. The strikeout will be given to Madsen. Second error for the Potters in the game today. And it'll be Tyler Howard. Howard is grounded out, single, grounded out, and struck out. So he is 1 for 4, is the center fielder of the Crabs. Started out in right, ended up in center when Damian Casas was injured. So Humphreys is down at first. Howard takes high for a ball. Tyler was 1 for 3 with a run batted in yesterday. Has 2 runs batted in today in that 4-run second inning for the Crabs. Swings and misses at a good fastball from Noah Madsen. Colton Boardman, the second baseman, on deck as we get to the top of the Crabs order. Humphreys a short lead. Outside with a fastball. 2 balls and 1 strike. Tomorrow, if you're close by, you can come over and avail yourself of $1 12-ounce draft beers and get in half price of a general admission. Swing and a miss. Nice pitch by Madsen. And Cooper Smith wants to go out and talk to Noah. So if you want to just drop by, it's not a bad idea. Say, I'm going to go out and have a beer somewhere. Why don't you just come to the ball game and have a beer here? You know, it's a convivial atmosphere. Nice weather, nice people, mostly. We got nice events. You got the spinning bat race. We had another guy almost lurch onto the field today. That's always fun. Then Saturday, check LincolnPotters.com for tickets on Piper's birthday. First 500 fans get the new Piper bobblehead, which is sore. Swing and a miss. Howard goes down on strikes. Second strikeout for Madsen. So here's Colton Boardman. He's grounded to first. He reached on an error, walked, and grounded to first again. 2 outs here in the inning, and Humphreys over on first base. Short lead again by Humphreys at first. Madsen delivers a strike. 87. Oh, looks like the last strike guy might be dispatched. I mean, he's got to get down there early, of course. That one is down low. 1-1 on Boardman. Ryan Vandenbrink would get another chance. He's got 3 hits tonight. He would get another chance if Boardman can reach base. Misses with a breaking ball outside, 2-1. Game number 17 for the Potters on the season already. They're 15-1. That one was the PEL loss, though, last night to the Crabs, so they're looking for a little bit of revenge here, and then again tomorrow if things go their way. That's high for a ball. Pops out. Cooper Smith picks it up, but not in time as Humphreys very alertly gets down to second base. Puts himself in scoring position. Boardman faces a 3-ball, 1-strike count. Willie doing the job in the PA here. He's got to, sometimes tell the people what the count is if the scoreboard's not right. So Willie doing double, triple, quadruple duty. That's inside. So trying to get the elusive last out here is Ryan Vandenbrink's going to be coming up to the plate. He is singled, grounded out, and singled. He has an RBI as well. So runners at first and second, 2 outs here in the inning. And Vandenbrink out of Oregon State University is the hitter. Playing just his 4th game for the Crabs, who have played 13 so far. They are 13-0, 12 preseason, and then yesterday against the Potters. High fastball, 1-0. Adam Enyard is following Ryan, as he has all evening. Willie keeps wanting cowbell. He thinks that's the secret to get this elusive last out. They had it, but they had a strikeout and then a missed third strike. Humphreys reached base. Hit high and deep and foul to left field. That one is a long way. A long way into the parking lot over there. We said it, Willie, when we made him the dog batter. We said he was going to go off on us. He has 3 hits and almost had a mammoth home run. But when I say almost, it was fouled by many, many feet. So it's 1-1 now on the Crabs' first baseman. Outside with a slider. 2-1. 12-4 our score in the 9th inning. Cooper Smith goes out to talk to Madsen. Give him a little pat. Just, hey, come on, bud. It was more of a morale visit than anything else. You don't need those, Evan, because you're such a self-starter and everything. You don't need those morale visits from others. You're just out there, grinding on your own. Fouled off, and now we've got a 2-ball, 2-strike count. Am I going to see a guy come out of the woodwork somewhere? He doesn't even know it's him. It's your cue. There he is, finally. Man, we got to go back to training for these guys. He's got it, but the fans have responded to this interloper, and they are trying to urge Ryan Madsen on. So well done, sort of last strike guy, once you woke up. 2-2 coming up. Foul ball at the plate, and now you got to keep him going, LSG. Come on, let's go. There you go. It's just about the consistency of it. He's got to have the consistency. Got a tough hitter at the plate. You need everybody you can get. Willie's even exhorting him. Come on, don't. There's no lag time. There's no lulls when you're the last strike guy. 2-2 coming up. Inside, there goes the runner. And both runners will take a little double steal action. That one was high and inside, so it's a full count now on Vandenbrink. And the last strike guy doing heavy duty down there. He's got to just keep it going. Keep it going. People want to party. Fans have the chant going. Here's Madsen. Call strike 3. That's your ball game. He sort of did it in a way, kind of, maybe the last strike guy. Madsen gets the strikeout, his third of the inning, and the Potters get the win. Our final score, Potters 12, and the Crabs 4. Potters even the series at 1. Our player of the game is going to be Jordy Lopez. He had had a single and scored a run in the third, in that 9-run third, and then a 2-run home run in the 8th to kind of put it way away. So Jordy Lopez, our player of the game, but want to give special consideration to a group of guys, and those guys are Brody Coxon, it's Alex Krosno, it's Tyler Vargas, and it's Noah Madsen. They went 7 innings in relief with just 2 hits, no runs allowed, and struck out 7. So great job out of the bullpen by those 4 Potters. Our player of the game is Jordy Lopez. Our final score, Potters 12. And the Crabs 4 evens the series at 1 apiece. We're back here tomorrow at 6:35 for the rubber game of the series, so please join us then. For Mark the Phantom Low, for Evan the Big E, we say thank you very much for watching. We'll see you next time.
just serve